Ba-da-ba-boom. And we're live, ladies and gentlemen.
We're live.
We're live.
Maybe we should change the title of the Discord room.
That's true. That's now going to be called
Podcast now.
Podcast Now.
Why am I with like so many giants?
Podcast one.
Now.
Podcast now.
Now.
Now. Why is everyone wearing Special Island Hopper now? By the way.
Looks nice.
Looks nice.
Also, it's summer. Kind of summer.
It's summer.
It's summer.
Summer, summer.
Why are you wearing the same outfit as me now, Gio?
Gio, buy your goods.
Fire goods.
Is Gio even there? Gio's in this homestead with us. Wait, Evie, you're helping with guns on a Thursday?
On a Thursday.
I mean, if it's key runs, then there's no issues with
yeah,
that.
key runs.
Because, you know, some people use their keys for normals, too.
I don't really have a summer outfit. I guess I'll just put on.
We don't have a summer outfit?
I'm just gonna put this on. Hang on.
I don't have any summer outfits, any spare summer outfits either.
I'll just put this on, I guess.
Do you not have the surf and turf one?
No, this character.
There you go.
What is that, doggy?
Summer outfit.
That's a cherry blossom. Why don't you wear the surf and turf one?
What's with the hat, I mean?
Oh. It was only like pink thing I had.
You could just not wear anything on your head.
Then I would
want
show off
the
my
jellyfish
GS.
hat.
Oh.
I'm gonna buy the jellyfish hat right now.
Jellyfish.
Jellyfishing, jellyfishing.
I forget what it's called actually though. It's called Sea Angel.
Yeah, my hair just kind of clashes too much because it's black.
You gotta fold your head.
We just keep it like that.
I hate that hair. Please fix it.
No. Just like
Do
a
I have
style.
anything?
Keep it
Here.
temporary
Here.
shirt option.
I don't have enough gold in my inventory to take something out of my dressing room. Hang on. I was looking for ancients. And,
No, you're messing it up. You can become transparent again. No.
No. Hang on, I can fix this.
God damn it.
How much can our bank hold?
How much a bank can hold? That person looks like a giant.
Here, you can wear this.
Bam.
My favorite hat.
Just give him the surf and turf outfit.
Do you have that one?
Yeah.
Then why don't you give it to him? Why are you telling me to give him something I don't own?
How do you not own that one?
Because I'm playing on my giant. I didn't move anything over.
Okay.
You can die
This
that.
Geo, I swear.
Bam. I got a beach ball.
I know it's the beach ball outfit.
Yeah, beach ball. With high heels. Beach ball.
With high heels.
With high heels.
Nice.
Beach heels.
Beach heels.
Beach heels.
Shoes with that.
Nope. I'm fine with this.
Where the
I know exactly the perfect
Oh,
shoes to fit
the
this.
space
Hang on.
outfit. Where
Or
the
are they?
space cadet shoes with it?
No. I know the perfect ones.
And the casual sneakers.
Bam. Yeah!
Ducks.
Now we're talking.
Wait, hang on. I just found something insane. Check out what I found in my dressing room.
What you got? Oh shit, what's that? What is that? Protection 5? 6 protection helmet, brother.
The tradable 6-prot helmet.
Wait, let me see. Hold on.
Why are you wearing a teacup on your head?
I'm being-
Is that the jellyfish one?
What do you-
That definitely does not look like a jellyfish, by the way. Kind of looks
Oh,
like a teacup.
shit.
That's what Dream began to wear.
Fine.
Dream's a
Wait,
jellyfish.
Dream's a jellyfish.
Dream's a jellyfish.
Jellyfish dream.
Jellyfish Dream.
Oh, yeah. Wait, does she have a jellyfish chair in here?
No.
Damn.
Did this gacha just come out?
Yeah, I already have
I don't
it.
think. Evie, did you open gacha even?
Oh.
I have a jellyfish. Oh, the bed? I have.
The creepy haunted gacha. Yeah.
I got everything but creepy haunted.
I request to sit in front of my fish tank.
Hold on, I don't know where
Request
it
denied.
Wow.
went. Jellyfish bed!
What the heck?
Ooh, there's a jellyfish.
This thing is large. What the heck?
It's so big! What the hell?
What the heck
coral
is
one's
this?
pretty nice too.
Are you? This is the new yacht. I can't wait to jellyfish people.
Get jellyfish.
That's what I wanted to say. All
Holy sh-
right, welcome to the new podcast.
Hi.
Welcome to episode 5 of the podcast.
Concentrate juice, yeah.
Yeah, we're here to
The
talk
first
about
spell.
stuff.
What
We got-
happened
we
to
got- we got-
stuff and rating.
Raids.
Raids. What?
What? What? No.
What?
What?
Wait, I thought we were going right. Wait, what about raids?
What?
I don't know.
We're not
We got
talking-
Dream here.
Yeah, we got Dream. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dream, the fake soul streamer. We got him.
That's
What?
toxic.
Yo!
How dare you?
That's toxic.
And we got Ninja Fred and Nos and our manager Evie. And then we got Geo on top of the jellyfish. That's now
Hello.
going to be nicknamed the jellyfish.
The yacht.
That's it. The jellyfish,
The
now
yacht.
nicknamed the jellyfish.
Jellyfish.
Not.
The fake. Yeah, wait, is that a multi-person chair?
I don't know.
There are these tiny jellyfish. That's kind of lame.
I'm kind of curious here.
I'm in a party already. I like how you knew what my password was already.
Because I use that password too.
This is this is a single person chair.
Oh. Wait.
Lame. Lame.
Lame.
Alright.
Today we're going to be talking about gear progression for each race.
Yeah,
We're going to be talking about like the most important talents that are really, really well off by themselves.
Well, the talents that work well from beginning to end.
Yeah.
Everyone knows Knuckles are OP. But you can't use Knuckles until you have Arc 50 Perseus.
What do you think
That's
about that,
fine.
Dream?
List.
Well, yeah, Dream has Arc 50 Perseus.
Yeah.
They're just not reforged.
But Dream also
Yeah.
got
What do you
Earth
mean they're not
45
reforged?
Rev Knuckles.
Why do your Knuckles look so stupid? Did you dye them yet?
No, I haven't.
That's why they look.
Yeah, they're kind of
Why are you
not
wearing
matching
undyed
mine.
knuckles?
Why do they look so big, large though?
It's because whenever you have something equipped with them, it cuts them off.
Wait,
Oh wait, yeah, because when I wear my normal outfit, it probably cuts it off. That's right.
Yeah. That's how they
I never-
normally look like.
Yeah, these Knuckles look stupid. I'm changing this outfit later on.
I'd probably get like a green scroll, like the ring knuckles or something.
No
Those
more
are
orange
custom.
tangerines.
Oh, do you wanna change?
Wait, do you have a Tangerine appearance scroll?
I should.
Wait, but I feel bad using it on non-Nightbringer Knuckles.
Let me check.
Am I spoiled? I'm spoiled.
Yeah, you are.
Sad.
Yeah, you get spoiled.
So today we're going to be beginning with, should we talk about the races themselves first?
Yeah, I guess we can talk about races. So the thing with this game is there are only three real talents that work really, really good throughout like every stage of the game. Like there are definitely good talents that are listed beside that we're going to talk about besides these, but like these are the talents that can carry you from like beginning to end game and still work really well and really effectively in end game.
I lied, I don't have tank.
Oh. And so obviously with the three talents we're going to be talking about is close combat and EK, archery, and then magic. Some of these definitely better than others, and some of them are definitely race restricted. And we'll talk about that more.
Considered a talent.
So it's close combat and EK. It's an Arcana. That's good enough. Arcana talents.
Arcana talent.
Arcana talents. That counts. And then I think when we were talking about these, we were mainly looking at talents that work well from about the point when you finish Blanded, so all 4 books, and then you're just starting to get into finishing up your Apocalypse generations. Maybe looking into doing some tech missions and some Crom.
Basically, you're into the mid tier, getting into the late gear, into the end tier.
Yep. Just what to look for and what traps there are in terms of gear that you might end up falling into if you're not too careful.
As these
There are a lot of resources out there that are good at describing what's best, but not like what's cost effective. And so we're going to be going more into more of the cost effective direction.
So, first one, we said we're going to be talking about the magic one first.
Yeah, let's talk about magic first.
Okay.
Because it covers all 3 races.
Yep, magic. It's the only one, I think, that really cannot be utilized by all 3 races.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Alright, we got the magic one up right now. Obviously, I think we all should feel comfortable that most people will be starting on Celtic Druid Staff. I don't think realistically the Blanded one is too well forward right now because it's a wand. It's a really nice starter wand. However, staffs inside later game, like even like early game, because you want to get the ego of it for Hailstorm purpose, it's just a lot more friendlier for early game to mid tier. And then with Meteor being there as well into late game is really friendly. So I think getting people started with Celtic, especially for its costs, I'm pretty sure Nos will know how much a Celtic Druid Staff just casually costs. Like
Celtic Druid Staff, you could just buy one off the auction house for like 1 mil, but here's the thing, you could spend like 13 mil on a pre-rank 1-1.
Yeah. Okay.
And then you can just slam Journeyman's Reforged tools on them to get MA 15.
Okay.
Which is a really big boost for pretty cheap, I think.
Yeah. So I think starting out as magic for all races, I feel like Celtic Druid is probably the first thing you're going to be doing if you want to get serious into your magic equipment.
Yeah,
I mean, affordable in terms of magic.
Yeah, I think magic is probably one of the most affordable ones early, but it becomes very, very expensive late game. And
you can get a. Like, you can still get a Celtic one for, like, really cheap in general.
Yeah, if you go about getting a non-rank 1-1, you'll have to, like, rank 1 it yourself, but, like, that's doable with Journeymans. If you make sure you get them every day, it's definitely attainable.
Because the Druid's there's a magic attack +7 for 1 mil right now, so they're definitely, like, affordable.
I'm still in budget land with my Guardian Staff.
You're in weird land with your Guardian Staff. Yeah, so if you look over to the bottom right, you see a trash can, and the Guardian Staff is in there. It's definitely not worth your time getting.
But yes, I agree with them. Don't get the Guardian.
They're kind of... The use case for party heal isn't actually that great.
Granted, that was, like, back in the day, though.
Yeah, granted, these are very old weapons, but, like, these days I would not get a Guardian Staff.
You might as well just go for the Druid, because that...
Yep. Might as well go for a Druid.
That's the step before the demo.
The only real difference between the Celtic Guardian and the Druid is like 2 MA, I believe.
Yep.
Both of them max rolled. And then I think the upgrade for Druid Staff is reduced mana consumption, which I don't know. I guess it could be useful, and it will be useful when Dark Mage eventually comes out. I guess.
Yeah, it's pretty large mana consumption.
So yeah, it's decent. It's definitely better than a Guardian Staff, I think. Oh my god.
And thank you for following Adrian's plays. Thanks for
That's not a
subscribing.
follow.
That's
a
a
sub.
Chin Champion family of Prime. Whoa!
Prime.
Isn't that Vampy?
Is it?
I think so.
There's the
There's
follow.
the follow.
Yeah!
The sub no follow.
So no follow.
Sub no follow.
But yeah, Druid Staff definitely better than Guardian. I think if you. Oh, it is Vampy. Hi, Vampy.
Hey, man.
You're gonna be the Glen Hard mode runner soon, I hear.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I
Get me in. It's all I want.
man. Yeah, there are actually some cheap Guardian pre-rank 1 Guardian staffs though that would be an option to consider too. I think if we're just looking for a weapon that you're planning on replacing, and you're really short on gold, I feel like Guardian staff might be worth it. But
Yeah.
you're only saving like 4 mil, and it's 4 mil for a worse
Pretty
weapon.
Sure, like,
I think it's better to just grind the extra 4 mil and get a Druid staff.
I'm pretty sure even
Yeah.
then, like, people are willing to like just craft people a free druid.
People will definitely be willing to help craft you a free regular druid. But if your goal is to like reforge it with free journeyman's reforges, you're probably gonna wanna get a pre-rank 1. It could save you a lot of money and time.
I mean,
I agree.
But you could also just use the free journeyman's as well. It depends on
but it takes.
how rushed you are for an improvement.
Well, granted, the pre-rank ones are only magic attack plus 8.
They're magic attack plus 8 for guardians, and then magic attack plus 10 for druids. So I think it's good. It's a difference of 2 magic attack. I don't think 2 magic attack really breaks the bank.
Yeah.
And so yeah.
Why are your Spellwalker shoes a different color
What?
on your screen, doggy?
The green and the blue.
Oh, you mean the green and blue? We would get to those. Those are not.
Yeah, those aren't Spellwalker.
No,
Oh.
those are not Spellwalker, but we will talk about those later.
Oh, are those
Yeah.
seraphic shoes?
No, those are Celestian Glen Armor ones.
They're the
Oh,
Glen
this
armor.
Glen one.
They are the Glen armor.
They're just really colored inside of Wiki when I snatched them.
Does so where did those shoes fit then?
We will
We'll
talk about
that when
that.
we get there, too.
Oh, yeah, further.
Yeah.
I think-
So the next upgrade I think we should talk about in that same tier are definitely the weaving gloves.
I agree.
So
80
weaving
match.
gloves, yeah. So weaving gloves have a special reforged pool, which is actually really small. I think there are only maybe like 10 reforges you can roll on them, and one of them happens to be a magic attack. So you can roll MA20 on them, which at MA20 will give you 80 extra magic attack, which also stacks with the staff reforged for magic attack. So if you had a staff with MA20 and the gloves with MA20, you'd be getting 160 magic attack worth just from 2 reforges alone, which is really, really big. And
It's affordable.
yeah, they're really affordable since the reforged pool is really small. But the important thing to keep in mind with these is they can never be repaired.
But
So
people say that from the amount of use you get from it
Oh, yeah.
for a 25 Dura glove, you'll earn back the money that you put into.
they really don't lose durability
It's
that
a
quick.
magic power potion you always have on for like
Yeah.
the next couple months, I guess.
It's a lot longer than a couple months. So I've had my silk weaving glove for about a year, and I've used 2 durability on them.
I guess it
But
depends
even
how
then,
much
like-
you actually use.
It does
magic.
depend on how much you actually use them, but they genuinely don't use too much durability.
You
in all
generally make
honesty.
back the money you spend on it, anyways.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of people are coming in with saying, yeah, they don't really use any of their durability. Yeah, as long as you're not just make sure you don't accidentally start crafting with tailoring with them equipped. Or else they will die instantly. I swear.
Goodbye,
It's really bad.
Goodbye, Paramedium gloves.
Yeah.
I mean, like freaking back in the day, like you could lose dirt just from standing there too.
Yeah, harmonic step, melody step helps a lot too. VIP helps, blessing helps. Yeah, spent 40 mil. Yeah, you can generally find them around like the 40 mil range, maybe 50. I think I stole mine off of someone on the auction house and I got it for like 25, but like I don't know.
I definitely got mine.
I got mine from Doggy.
Yeah.
People are crazy.
I got mine for like 30.
Just pay attention to, if you are buying it off the auction house, pay attention to the durability. You want to make sure you're buying professional silk weaving gloves because those have the highest durability. You can max them out at 27, I believe, with all the bonuses, but 25 is fine too. I think I see a lot of people just. I have 25 durability max. Since they can't be repaired in any way, it's like, you know, it's whatever. If you were gonna make them yourself, you should roll the durability first and then enchant sandglass onto them. And if you fail the sandglass enchant, just make another pair of professional silk weaving gloves before you reforge it.
Yep.
I don't know if I can really recommend reforging them though. They're kind of expensive to reforge.
I'm actually like surprised even Nexon like hasn't changed that,
This is a
knowing that
feature.
people use like silk weaving gloves just
Well-
for the use of magic attack.
Well, they also didn't fix the woodworking gathering speed on I think bro is talking about like the bow production time or something, or the bow production quality on a lumber axe, or something like
Oh my
that, or a
God.
carpentry
Took
tool,
forever.
something like that. They said, yeah, that's an intended feature, so they think it's an intended feature. That's a cheap,
Knowledge.
big investment, yeah. Weaving gloves, definitely, you will use these as a mage from like the start to like a very, very end game. There's only one item better than that. I guess now I guess we can talk about the trap gloves, right?
Yeah, let's talk about the
Rosemary.
trap gloves. So, we know that rosemaries are a thing, and you can definitely put magic enchants on them. And we know they're plus 15% to ice magic, and it's really nice for early game because of hailstorm reasons. But realistically, for how much they cost, especially if you're at that point of the game, you gotta understand you're pretty much just using them for journeyman reforges for most people, because you gotta understand for the most effective way to be doing this for magic, you'd be crafting these yourself and using journeyman reforges, which will take some time. But at the same time, you can pretty much get 30 to 40 mil at this point of the game pretty well by yourself or with a group of friends. And I feel like you wasting over 100 plus mil on a pair of ice gloves is
I think-
kind of
I
asking
think
a lot.
it's more so it's like just getting the materials just to make it in general is like
Getting the
it's gonna
materials is
cost a
pain.
lot more.
Getting the manual is pain too, from what I remember.
You AFK fish.
Yeah,
it's
but like,
fish.
it's a very rare recipe.
Yeah.
So
But I
it's kind
think
of pain there.
like,
And the big problem with rosemaries is they aren't actually very good. So it's ice, and it only applies to ice. So you're trading 80 MA for ice, which means your hailstorm does get stronger. For rosemaries to be better, just for information, you need to be at a 1029 magic attack. That's the breaking point where magic or MA80 gloves become worse than rosemaries. But this is only for hailstorm.
Only hailstorm.
Only hailstorm.
It's not ice
And
spear.
so, well, it is
It's
ice
kinda-
spear, isn't it?
Well,
like,
ice spear does,
you're-
but ice spear has
You
different
don't use ice
calculations
spear.
when it comes
Yeah,
to
yeah.
it, so.
Well, ideally, you would want these gloves for Ice Spear, because then you'd roll a Reforge for it, because you're not going to get Ice Spear on Weaving
Yeah.
gloves. Like, you're
Yeah.
going to get MA.
No,
but,
yeah,
like,
getting MA, but like
these are
realistically,
nice for
this-
Ice Spear gloves, that's about it.
Yeah,
But you don't need
that's
Ice Spear
fine.
gloves, and,
That's-
like,
yeah.
Shadow Chip missions, like, you don't need that. Like, what?
well, you can use ice. I have a pair of ice spear gloves, but I
yeah,
don't.
they're
think you
nice,
need-
but,
They're nice, but like you don't need rosemaries to be your ice spear gloves.
yeah.
You don't even need
Realistically, you
silky
don't really
gloves.
need it. But there are
You
nice
don't-
Ice Spear gloves.
You don't need gloves to like do shadow missions.
Yeah, you
Oh, yeah.
you don't need Ice Spear
You
to
don't,
do shadow
like-
missions, you just do them. and-
Like, yeah,
I think
like,
it's a really big trap for a lot of people to
yeah,
look at them.
they
because
are a very big trap. I think the real mentality behind Rosemary's for a lot of mages is they are afraid of their gloves breaking. And they don't want to make the weaving gloves because they don't want them to break and have to repair them later.
Because it's
Or make another pair. They make the Rosemary's because they are repairable, which I think isn't necessarily the best choice. Just they're very expensive and their effect isn't strong. Because when you think about what magic is you have a lot of different spells for a lot of different situations. Like just one tricking and doing nothing besides hailstorming is a really bad gameplay, and you really should be thinking about how you can maximize your damage overall. Like Meteor does a lot of damage and isn't affected by hailstorm or by Rosemary gloves. Fireball does a lot of damage and isn't affected by Rosemary gloves either. And like those are going to be the two spells that you're mainly going to be using for the most part.
Also, in general, like even just to craft the gloves, it's like you
Yeah,
need
just to-
like you need the fabric from like.
You need to spam Festia.
I
Festia.
mean, just
Yeah.
Festia. It's Festia. It's also
Festia,
the,
Festia,
The
Festia.
Avon theater missions. If
Yeah.
you
Good
really
luck
want
getting
to
an
do
Avon. Good luck.
Those don't exist actually. I think we have the drop rates for them. Let me look at them.
Aw, that's why you're doing
Yeah, I'll
this to
tell your
me.
goods. What?
You know the first pair of Rosemary's, I made them with Avon.
Alright. Ice
Okay,
fabric
cool.
from Avon from the giant snow troll on hard mode is an 8.3%. This doesn't sound right.
That's wrong. That is so wrong.
No wait, this is a giant snow troll. I don't know what this is.
Giant snow
Giant
troll, but how
snow troll
many
is a
giant
boss.
snow trolls?
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
that's
then
just the
the
boss.
ice fabric is a 5.5%.
Yeah,
in the
that sounds
Grim
about
Reaper.
right. Yeah, that's about right.
Ice fabric from a snow troll is 3.03% on hard, and the snow spider's web is a 0.76% drop rate from a snow spider, I think.
It's also on
Yeah,
the same
it's
drop
like
table
one
as
kill
Snowball.
mission now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's on the
So,
same
uh,
drop table. Yay!
They also drop from the spiders, the threads,
Yeah.
but it's like you need,
Yeah,
like,
that's the web, I think.
Yeah, that's the way.
yeah, the web.
But these drop rates are pretty bad.
Yeah.
And you need
But-
a decent amount of these too, I believe.
Yeah, you do.
It's,
At the end of the day,
just,
it's not worth.
it's just not worth it.
It's like the time it takes to craft a rosemary, you'll be able to make more than one pair of silk weaving gloves.
You could have just sold the mats for the rosemary gloves and bought like 3 more weaving gloves if you're really that worried about
Pretty
the
sure.
durability.
Yeah.
But yeah, weaving gloves good. Best glove. Super cost effective. Anything else on weaving gloves?
It's also cost effective in the sense that, like, because we have journeyman reforges now, you can easily just like spam reforge until you get to rank 1.
Yeah. Definitely take advantage of your journeyman's reforges every day to get rank 1 gear.
Like, granted, it's only one liner, but at least it's
Yeah.
like
Yeah, no.
It's
it's at least you can step up to rank 1.
Yeah,
Should
no.
we talk on wands at all since
No.
Dark Mage is coming out?
We're not going to talk about ones.
Okay.
Sadly, we won't be really talking about
No.
ones.
Fusion vote!
It's not efficient for an NA player.
It's just not efficient for NA.
Isn't it like ping gated too?
It's super
Yeah.
ping gated, and we have ruination stuff, so yikes.
Okay, yeah.
I saw there was a Korean player talking in your chat about Fusion Bolt. You really shouldn't listen to what they're saying.
Yeah. it was
We have
just-
ruination staff.
Fusion Ball with the Ruination Staff Dream.
Yeah, Fusion Bolt with ruination staff is actually going to be better by like a lot.
I think another noob trap that's in here as well. It's the hat right there, mana reduction sets. They're nice, but I feel like too many mages at this point of the game would just die because most of the mana reduction gear and equipment that's available for people,
It's on clothing.
yeah, it's just basically just clothing.
Yep, it's on clothing. It's nice, but it's not really that important. I think you generally will have enough mana regeneration just from ego effect.
The only other thing it's on is Refined Northern Light, right?
I think it's on Refined Northern Light. I think that's mana stamina, but it's also on the Nightfall enchant. If you, I guess.
Sure is.
I don't know if you really want that one, but it's on it, I guess. That and the what's it called, gloves? The Elemental Harmony gloves. The mana shield effect is it's super bait. It's
Isn't
It's not a
trash.
solid. It's like a flat rate, right?
it's not a flat rate. They changed it to be effectively like 7 protection. It's not very good.
Is that a Sid staff that I see?
In the trash? Yeah.
In the trash.
Where does Trinity fit?
Trinity, I talked about it for a little while. So I argue that Trinity staff is a nice addition because NPCs sell them. However, most people won't be upgrading them or staying on them for too long because, like we said earlier, the cost effectiveness from a Celtic staff is pretty low there. And I'm pretty sure most people at this point of the game, inside mid-game, they finish Blood and getting into text, they should have cash for around like 20 to 40 mil. And I think the first thing, if they ever want to get into Magic, is just purchasing a rank 1 Celtic Druid or just been gifted one.
Yep.
I don't think there's really necessarily any reason why to go through the other upgrades, such as like a Hermit Staff or anything like the original Sin Staff. Even though Sin Staff has a decent enchant on it with some defense on it, which is, I guess, kind of good in that term. But once you start getting into further into the game and you're basically getting into late game, the amount of like production you're losing, like the amount of magic attack you're losing from that point on, it's going to be worthwhile to have just a Celtic Druid instead. And the cost effectiveness of just having armor as well instead of mana reduction armor is just going to be too high because a lot of things are just going to start hitting you. You're going to get multi-aggro. Soul Link will be failing on you a lot more, like into Wraiths or like unable to summon it. It's just a lot of stuff is now relying on your own specific skill and gear at that point of the game now. And just having all this kind of like semi-glass cannon equipment just because you want some mana reduction or because your mana shield enhancement gives you like 7 protection, or your Rosemaries are making you only allow you to use Hailstorm and you're just kind of sitting there like a sitting duck and waiting for it to charge up whenever you don't have Snapcast. It does not sound like a fun experience when you can just casually just have a Celtic Druid staff with this high enough magic attack to activate Mana Shield. That's pretty much your 7 protection right there, I'm not gonna lie. You don't really need a mana reduction because the upgrade from the Celtic Druid is negative 30%, which honestly, by the way, is really large. I think it's the only staff that does that much mana reduction. I don't think the Ruination provides negative 30.
Does the Ruination provide any?
I don't think so.
It's 40.
Ooh,
Ruin stuff is 40.
dang. Yeah, I'm going to say that negative like 30% is actually quite usable. So you don't really need that mana reduction. So you don't need to be a glass cannon. You can be wearing heavy armor or with light armor instead. And then obviously the gloves are just basically a newbie trap that people think that actually affects their mana protection, their mana shield itself. But sadly, from what a lot of people have tested out, it's purely just gives you protection, which does not support your mana shield. Which is honestly arguably worse from its last set effect. Because remember, what it used to do, right, is that it used to provide extra defense with your mana shield.
Yeah. Wasn't it bugged or something?
Yeah, it was pretty bugged out, and it didn't provide too much defense. But, like, it was there and not as noticeable. But with this protection one, where this updated one, where it just straight up just gives you protection, it just doesn't straight up help, like, at all. So, if anything, it's kind of a nerf. It's kind of not really needed. It's kind of a weird upgrade.
You'd definitely rather have weaving gloves.
Yeah. And
Uh,
of course, at this point, like I said, you'd be basically having around like 20 to 40 mil at this point of the game because you've been doing Shadow Wizards, you've been doing Mag Mill because you're gonna finishing stuff.
where you want to sell beads.
Yeah, and you're basically getting into tech stuff. You're at this point where you're gonna be kind of hiding stuff when it comes to a lot of stuff inside tech, such as like 7 Nightmares where you don't have your pets. So I think it's a good idea to pick up a pair of Fleet Feet here, and that's why they're at the very beginning.
Yeah, I think Fleet Feet are kind of situational, personally. It really depends at the time you're buying them. They're actually super expensive right now. Like a pair of Fleet Feet, clean is 70 right now.
Which is
Yeah, so we have not had a movement speed 2 gacha in kind of a while, I don't think.
No, we've had one.
what's that?
Did we? Or
We had
where
the
did
other
it
shoes.
roller skate?
Yeah.
The roller skates?
Yeah, the shooting star skates are
Shooting star?
were there
Let's
too.
see.
How much are those?
They're
Does
they're
6 out of
100 mil
4
now.
matter on accessories as a mage?
They're 100 mil now.
Well, Mega Miles a lot. I'm not
Yeah,
gonna
100's
lie.
a lot.
Yeah. They went up.
What do you mean by
There's-
6 of 4 matter on an accessory as a mage?
Yeah, what do you mean by that? Like 6 defense, 4 protection?
Oh.
I'm pretty sure we had a Fleet Feet.
Yeah.
No, are you,
defense
so
for
you're
power.
taking me off
Gotcha.
Horned Rings? So my philosophy with it is if you're going for if you're going for Ancient Horn Rings, the only enchant you're putting on them is either Creepy Haunted or Eerie Spooky. And I feel like personally, I put my Creepy Haunteds on non Horn Rings, and I regret them very much. So I feel like if you are at the point where you are getting Eerie Spookies, you might as well just put them on Horn Rings. That's my thought process. Everyone else here might have a different thought on them, but I heavily regret not putting my Creepy Haunteds on Horn Rings because I have mine on Rabbit's Feet.
Now he's gonna wait until you can make Irison bells to upgrade later.
Yeah.
He's gonna have to wait a very long
Yeah,
time.
I know some
Yeah.
people put them on ancient puppets too.
Yeah, having a puppet is actually pretty good. If you get an ancient puppet, I would probably recommend an ancient puppet for one of them.
Especially one with 3 prot, because there are some
Yeah.
2 prot versions. 3 prot is nice for the highest if you're gonna put on a puppet.
Yeah, that is true.
I agree with
Just
that
something to
with
consider.
I agree with that with Creepy Haunteds. Creepy Haunteds with extra prot is really nice, especially when you're in Elemental Knight and stuff. That's really nice.
Oh, did you mean the useless plus puppet?
However,
Yeah.
Spooky
First.
Eerie's on the other hand, I would argue
Yeah.
they're kind of not needed for extra prot. They'd be nice to have. I wouldn't like decline them, especially how cheap making ancient horns are.
Yeah, they're cheap. And if you really are concerned about the cost for Ancient Horn Rings, I would highly recommend, if you're not going to do them, there's the Sundew one, the Drosera. I don't know how to pronounce it. But they look like a little flower.
Yeah, the
And
flower ones.
those can roll 3 protection.
Yeah, those ones are really okay.
So if you really don't want to do, what is it, treasure dungeons for Sun Touch, or for Ancient Sun Touch Trillion or whatever it's called, Droseras are a really good alternative. They're only 1 protection less.
Yep.
And you can pretty much farm all the materials just from Trillion.
You
Nature
can
Reserve.
craft it. You can get someone
Yeah.
to craft it too.
Yep, and they're not too bad to craft.
Yeah,
And you can always get refunds from Pet Trainer. I would
Yeah.
definitely say, if you're gonna put it on like a random accessory like Rabbit's Feet, just put them on Drosera. Since you're gonna be in Trillion making the Rabbit's Feet anyway.
Okay, now I'm curious about the past gachas, because I'm pretty sure there was a past gacha with movement speed shoes. Really recently.
We haven't had a movement speed gacha in a while.
It's
We haven't
been a
talked
while.
about Seraphic yet, but the Elemental Harmony is just a better effect than them.
Where
I
does,
personally think.
Are you guys just talking about armor, or are you guys talking about shoes too?
I think we're on shoes, but I think we can move on to the next tier of
Well,
gear.
okay, I do have a question though. So why isn't the Spellwalk shoes part of it?
Because the Spellwalk shoes are 150 mil, Geo.
Wait. Special harmony or
Are
not?
they actually 150 mil now?
Yeah, they are.
Damn.
Wait, does it depend if you're a male or female?
No. Well, yes. I think it's different for males.
I'm actually tempted to
Let's
sell my
see.
shoes now.
They are really expensive for what they are.
Yeah, they're pretty expensive for no. Well, they're expensive for a reason, but it's a disgusting
They're a
reason.
little
Yeah,
faster
the male
than-
shoes are 70. The cheapest female is 120.
I think
Yeah, so pick male if you want cheaper mage gear, by the
No,
way.
Tank tax.
Reason I ask is because I'm buying prepaid spooky Eries, and that's why it's on a rabbit's foot. If you're getting a good enough deal on it, it's probably good enough. Just make sure you're getting decent rolls, I would say.
Yeah, good
for
rolls.
whatever you're paying. I don't know exactly how much you're paying and what the rolls are, but as long as you are getting a decent deal, I don't think it's necessarily the biggest deal to not have the extra prop. But if you were enchanting them yourself, definitely farm up the better accessory. 700 mil for a 27-22 and a 26-18. The 27-22, that's one off max roll, isn't it? Yikes, that's disgusting.
Yeah,
And then the other one is what? 6 off max?
That's 6 off.
For
max.
700 for the pair?
how much are they going for right now?
I think people are buying Eries for like 150, and then people are buying Spookies for 100. So I would say for 700,
For the
it saves
pair.
you the trouble. It saves you the trouble of having to enchant them yourselves, and they're actually pretty decent rolls. I would say it would be worth it. I think.
I think it's worth
Yeah,
it.
but keep in mind the enchant protection pots are probably high
yeah.
in demand. So.
Yeah, enchant protection pots are really expensive right now, so like I would say it's probably worth it. And especially worth it if it has any reforges on it.
I fifth this. Agreed.
Yeah, I would say 700 fair.
I sixth this. Agreed. Alright, so after talking about all that, we're gonna get into the second tier, which is late game. This is basically when you're running like Crom, you're running techs into elite techs now. You will
Probably getting into Croms.
Yep. You'll be getting into Croms. You also will be getting into. You know what? I think this is a good time to bring up Glenn as well because of.
This is definitely a Glen normal angle too.
Yep. So I think this would be a good spot for anyone that's inside late game. Obviously, the biggest upgrade that you can get is a demolition staff. Really huge. It has now.
This is a really good staff. I think it's probably the most important upgrade that you will get as a mage. The difference between a Celtic Druid and a demo staff is ginormous. It's way better than anything you would have had before, and it definitely feels like a bigger upgrade than going from demolition to ruination, in my opinion. Like you can definitely feel the Druid to demo way more than the demo to ruin. It's a huge increase in damage.
Yeah, 'cause
And-
you get both the elemental and piercing, which is both disgusting.
It's a lot to take in, like the elemental percentage, the piercing, and heck, even the upgrades for this bad boy is a lot of magic attack just by itself. This thing
Yeah.
is honestly kind of a monster.
And the side effects for Hailstorm Meteor,
It is honestly
really strong.
really solid staff, and I think this is where people should honestly start respecting Urg for it as well. Getting into rank A for the staff is really friendly and really nice. I strongly
Yeah, and
recommend it.
It's actually really easy.
It's really
Right
easy
now
and
I've
it's
done
pretty
it.
cheap. It's really cheap to get an Urg 50A.
It might be annoying because you'll run out of like fine leather straps.
Yeah, it's
And
not it's not too big.
the
of a-
last break is holy water.
Yeah, and so it is a bit expensive, but like it's definitely all farmable pretty easily. I think getting the Urg 50A though, it's really big. You get the extra intermediate cast speed, which is really nice.
Yeah.
Really nice. And then later on, when if you do decide to get Urg 50S, the
Meteor
Catalyst
and-
will skip Song Stardust, and it's really big overall.
You forgot to add in the ego too.
Oh yeah. Well, you should The ego is really important.
I think
For
you should
staff.
have gotten early game.
Yeah, you should have You should have that.
Ego's
the
important for
druid?
staff so you can get the cap intermediate spells when you cast.
Yes. So the spirit effect for staffs does let you chain cast your in magics. So you'll get a total of 3 charges for each cast, and so you can just 2 charge cast your 5 or your in magic. This will change later on with Dark Mage if you do go Dark Mage, so you'll have with the staff you'll be able to chain cast 5. You'll be able to do all 5 charges in one.
Perseus Nugs at Earth the A.
Curiosity
Okay.
question. Perseus Nugs at Erg 50A, farm your 30 plus break off of it, then do the Erg S swap. That's a good plan for someone, yes. So
Yeah.
if the Erg requires Song Stardust, I would say it's pretty much always worth it to go for the
Knuckles,
Or 50A.
Knuckles don't require song. Wait, do
yes,
they?
Yeah, they
yes, they
do.
do. It
Yeah, they
requires
do.
Song Stardust and 2
Oh,
instrument
wait.
strings. It is the
They
most
have
expensive
catalyst.
Erg break there.
Oops. I forgot about the catalyst.
But
That's
yeah,
why.
it is.
Yeah.
It is worth it, especially at what Song Stardust prices generally are. I don't know actually. I haven't looked at them actually in a while. Let me.
Broken
Yeah.
logs are free, but Song Stardust is gonna cost you a bit.
Agreed.
Yeah, so latest Song Stardust was 105, so it's definitely worth it.
Definitely.
It's
worth
honestly anything that requires song stardust.
Yeah.
You do Ergay.
Yeah, or gay at
Yeah,
it.
though ideally you want to have this stuff for 45 because you're gonna go down.
Yeah.
So usually, yeah, once you have
Yeah.
all the mats for 45S, then I would recommend pushing it. Otherwise, just keep it at 58.
Yeah, I can agree with this because you don't want to just get a Turk 50 and then upgrade it and leave it there. Make sure you have enough to do a few more breaks or 2 more breaks just so you can get it back to the same power level it was at before.
Yep. With the added effect on it, on the third effect for all of them.
Yep.
Really nice.
Mhm.
At this point of the game as well, with the demolition, I think it's a really good investment to invest into the Seraphic Harmony. No, not Harmony. The Seraphic body for both males and females. That mana reduction's kind of crazy. It's really great.
I think Seraphic armor is really good in general. I don't know how good it is for strictly mage, but I do think it's a very powerful armor set that that is good to have. Especially if you're a male. If you are a male, you should have this armor someplace. The effect for the Eternal Prayer effect, it restores mana significantly faster than a whale does, and so with whale regenerates a lot of mana really quickly from your mana shield.
I'm pretty sure in terms of Seraphic, it's the affordable mage armor.
Yeah,
I think it's more designed as like a healing armor,
healing tank-ish.
but it is a very, very powerful.
But it's also
really powerful.
way more affordable than the Elemental Harmony.
And it's way more affordable than Elemental Harmony. Really, yeah. This armor is disgusting.
This armor is really good.
And the absorption is a really strong absorption effect. I think a lot of people sleep on it, but it is really good. It procs a lot more often than you think it does.
Yeah,
Like it is 10%, but it procs a lot.
they
You
think like
definitely notice the
whale.
survive abilities. And like you're not really getting it for the extra MA, but the mana regen is really nice. And the extra MA when you do get it is really nice.
I strongly agree. I don't think it's some MA that's really important on it. It's honestly the mana regen that it provides is what it makes it really good.
Yeah.
It's basically an extra sustain for your mana shield.
Yeah. Female is 99. Yeah. We are gonna probably talk about this more in the archery section too, I think.
Yeah.
But this armor is really flexible in general for a body. It's very tanky. I think this is probably the tankiest single armor that we have gotten from a gacha, right? I think this is even. I would run this over even the heavy armor, the Saint Guardian
the
heavy.
Saint Guardians?
I think it's
multi-piece, right? Okay.
yeah, because it's multi-piece absorption. I think the one-piece absorption is just waste. It's just such a strong effect.
Yeah. It's kind of like
what
Iron
reforge?
Wow.
Yeah. What reforges should you go for the headpiece, or you're thinking Ice Mastery and then using Echo as Fire Mastery or Hailstorm max damage maybe? So the thing is, I don't think Ice is very good, and I don't think Ice will be very good. Hailstorm is nice now, but once Dark Mage comes out, you will be using nothing but Fireball. Fireball and Thunder for main damage.
so fire-
Hailstorm does not function well with Dark Mage. It's not very efficient. And it also isn't very efficient with Fusion Bolt, which you could possibly think about doing too. So I would say that if you are going to go for a helmet reforge, it's almost always Fire Mastery. If you are going to Echo Stone and you want Ice Echo Stone is actually significantly more common to roll than Fire Mastery.
Isn't it? Doesn't like fire also help with meteor too?
Yes, Fire
Yes.
does help with Meteor. That's why it's really important. You need to have Fire Mastery 20 someplace. But I'm looking at it right now. So, Ice Mastery has a 1.32% chance of rolling on an Echo Stone, whereas Fire Mastery has a 0.19. So it's like more than a 1% difference. Fire Mastery affects Flame Burst? No, it does not.
No.
The Fire Mastery Reforge on Helmet only applies to the Magic Fire Mastery skill.
Like Fireball and pretty much Meteor.
At the moment, you have Fire Mastery 20 on an RO4 with MA12. I think that's perfectly fine. Unless you are going for a double roll, I think that's fine. But yeah, I guess we can talk about helmets. So, Lang Chaser can roll 12 magic attack. It's really good, and they're very cheap to buy. They're also, I guess you could technically farm them or craft them yourself by buying the eyes off the auction house, but I don't know if I would necessarily do that. But they are really, it's just 12 free MA. 12 MA is nice.
Also, I'm pretty sure there are people who have some lying around from I think one of the past events.
I think the ones from past events only rolled 10 MA.
I thought it was 7.
Or
It
maybe
was 7.
7. Yeah, 7.
I think it's like
I
7.
definitely think it's worth spending the extra gold to get the 12 MA. I recently, as in like 2 days ago, bought an MA12 Lang Chaser for 30 mil, which I don't think was that bad for a 12 MA one. It's definitely not too expensive, and you could definitely probably craft one for someplace around there if you get lucky.
I would like to also add on to this, because you're right now running in advances into elites, you pretty much also will have the materials to create Gia's Devastation helmet.
Yeah, so that's the other
So
helmet that
where's
you can. The other helmet you can get in this slot. So from 7 Nightmares, you get Strange Shards, which you can use to craft Ultimate Gia's Devastation circlets. If you roll Redoubted Offensive 5 on them, you actually get a. You can actually just sell them for a lot of gold, and if not, and you just roll a high MA roll, you can use those. You can use that for magic too. I think. I would say Lang Chaser and Ultimate Gias though for magic, it's pretty similar.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
both get
pretty
max roll
much.
12.
It's honestly just which one you can afford first.
Yeah, I would say go for affordability here because later on, you will drop the Redoubted Offensive set effect.
So, obviously there is another noob trap when it comes to this part of the game as well. We're going to be talking about the Elrod side and the Imperial Hat.
Yeah.
So-
So let's talk about the hat first, since we're
Yeah.
on the topic of. So the Imperial Knight helmet, it has a set effect that gives 10 magic attack. 10 magic attack sounds really nice. The helmet is pretty expensive though, I think. But the real problem is it gives it as a set effect which does not stack with other set effects. So if you were running like, let's say Festia wings or like the Draconian or the I don't know what the other new one is called.
Mm,
The,
I think the
Dragon
Dragon's
Guardian or
one.
something.
Or is it?
Ow.
I don't know. I'm
I don't
poor.
remember.
Yeah, special distinguished dragon guardian.
Yeah, the Dragon
Wing.
Guardian wings. Though, if you're running either of those, that set effect will not apply with the helmet. So you're missing out on magic attack. So it's kind of a trap to go for these for magic at all.
And then I think a lot of people will probably be looking at this as well once they're this part of this game. Elrod said,
Is the Lord of the Seas.
yep, the Lord of the Seas. It's
Oh, the outfit that's like impossible to get now.
Yeah, this outfit's super rare.
This outfit's super rare, very expensive. Its percentage how much it provides isn't too high. It's basically a lightning echo that's level 15. And
Okay, so don't get us wrong. Lightning Rod is really good,
yeah,
but its net effect is not necessarily worth it for how often you use Lightning Rod.
no, sadly not. It's just it costs too much, and I know a lot of people bring it up, and it's like one of the more common questions I get as well. This armor has been in my radar multiple times, and it has been always in my radar, like, for the longest time. But it's honestly, its cost for it, what it does for it, and because it just legitimately perma locks onto your character as well. Like, it's an exclusive, like, you can't make it tradable as well after you get it, by the way.
Where is it from?
It was from one event that happened a very long time ago.
Yep.
They have not rerun this at all since.
They never
Oh,
have.
it's like
But the thing is, if you do have this, let's say you're a turning player or whatever, or you just have this lying around, for example, I think it's a decent-ish armor to have, or decent. It's a clothing, so it's decent-ish to use. If you just have it lying around, I think you can use it and it's fine. It's whatever.
Yeah, it's pretty decent for what it is. It's just,
but don't go out of your way to get it.
yeah,
Is the main point.
don't waste your money getting it.
At base, what is it? Base Lightning Mastery, if you don't have any Reforges or anything, it increases your Lightning Rod damage by the same as Special Elemental Harmony. I just want to point that out. Like, I have tested it. It's the same, 15%. Like, you'll get the same boosts.
yeah. Like I said, it's basically a
That's how
lightning
that
echo,
works out.
Yeah, it's like a lightning echo.
a level 15
Yeah.
one. But I don't know the amount of what you need to do for it, and I know it's been brought up multiple times as well. Because a lot of people ask me about this one, and personally I just tell them to just stay away from it, honestly. And there's still some of them just floating around, just casually too. God forbid why they're still floating around, honestly.
I'm pretty sure they just use it for fashion now at this point.
Yeah.
Instead
If
of...
you like it for fashion, it's an option. The other thing that people used it for was for the combat EXP set effect, but don't do that anymore. You can get a festival souvenir Herbona robe, and that gives the same effect, and it's way cheaper. It's like
cheap.
10 mil maybe. What armor is the last one? Under Trap, that is Lord of the Seas. If you're talking about the one underneath the piercing LE35, that is the Glen armor, the Sienna Bliana Scholar's Half Robe.
That's from Glen Burna. And
It's
we
the-
actually talked about that now.
We'll talk about that one. We can talk about Ruin Staff real quick. So after Demo Staff, you get Ruin Staff. Ruin Staff, the major thing it gets is it gets one more piercing than Demo Staff, and it gets 15% more tri-elemental damage. So that's pretty much going from Demo to Ruin Staff. It's a pretty big jump. The first armor, Special Elemental Harmony, it does give 15% elemental mastery or tri-elemental damage, whatever they call it. So pretty much, if you are going to upgrade, make sure you're getting a Ruin Staff before anything, just because a Ruin Staff is strictly better than the Elemental Harmony. And honestly, they're probably going to be close to the same price.
Yeah, it's that one.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah. We're going to be talking about the Sinan one.
Yeah, I guess we can talk about the Elemental Harmony effect. So, the Elemental Harmony gives 15 tri-elemental damage. It's one piece. It's pretty expensive if you are a female. If you're
It's
a male,
expensive. It's expensive if you didn't get it when it first came out.
yes, if you're trying to buy it now, it's going to be pretty expensive. They're a lot cheaper than male, or they're a lot cheaper if you're a male, but they're still pretty expensive.
Yeah, we both believe that Elemental Harmony right now, as the situation when it comes to effectiveness, it just costs too much to have it with the Demolition, and we think that money
If you're-
spent is going to be better to Ruin instead, as
Yeah.
it'll be a bigger upgrade versus the body.
It will definitely be way better than to get Ruin Staff than this Elemental Harmony.
Don't get me wrong,
You will-
Elemental Harmony is really good. That plus 15% is really insane and really nice.
It's really big.
but it's just not worth the cost effectiveness, and it's better just to go for the staff.
Yep, get your staff
You also
first.
have to remember they're looking at it at the point of view of like a new player playing this game and like your progression wise,
Yep.
not like people who are now running like hard mode Glen and stuff getting those gear because they have the affordability to do it.
Bro, hard mode Glen, do you know what I meteor with?
Not one of those.
I meteor with a clean ruin staff and
Or are you like DOS again with this freaking meteors and
I mean,
Crom?
if you crit and you killed them, that's enough.
Look, you gotta understand,
All you
Gio.
need.
With the demo, and you can do it.
I have a
Yeah.
clean demo that's not even special upgraded, and it works perfectly fine. I basically
only
crit
care
as
if you
much
kill.
as I pretty much crit basically the same amount as
Alright.
Lathara.
yeah.
Meteor is just that good, and Piercing's just that good, and these staffs are just kind of insane for us.
Balanced around not having a demo, it's balanced around having Celtic Guardian or Nightbringer.
Wait, y'all get crits? Yeah, I wish I got crits.
No.
But yeah,
I'm pretty sure like pretty much don't
Oh,
go
no.
out of your way to buy it.
I would go out of your way to buy it, I think. I think if you're primarily doing mage, definitely get Elemental Harmony, but only get it after your rune stuff.
Well, that.
The priority for magic is always weapon first.
Always weapon.
True.
Yeah.
Um,
Like, the staff
Also-
is way too good.
Also, don't fuck up your upgrade path.
Already
No,
same
not
upgrade.
anymore.
You can undo it if you mess
Yeah, you
up
can
this
undo it.
time.
You can undo
Don't
it.
worry.
Yeah. Just keep in mind that if you do mess it up, and people see, everyone will laugh at you for a while. You'll be known as the zero piercing staff guy.
Oh god.
If
Not
you
not
know,
to
you
call
know.
out the name, but we all know who.
Damn, that's a nice
know-
party healing staff you got there, brother.
Yeah.
If you know,
Gio, come on the boat. Come on the bus, Gio.
That's a really nice party healing staff you got
Sounds
there.
like a dream thing to do.
Oh my god!
I
Dream,
have
do you
never
hear
made
that?
that mistake.
That-
Emil, how dare
Oh,
you?
Mabinogi Flander.
What is this slander?
Dream, get him! Dream!
Dream.
Dream!
Where are you, Mel? I'm gonna beat you up. Oh,
Damn. You're gonna get
Got him.
banned from a streamer Discord and their stream.
I guess now we should talk about the Glen armor.
I think it's
Yeah,
a
Glen
perfect
armor.
opportunity to talk
All
about
right,
the Glen
so-
armor.
Glen armor is really expensive. We're gonna put this out here right now. This is like the last thing you get. Like,
It is,
do it if you're either super loaded or you're super comfortable running Glen hard mode, I would say. Or if it's a long-term goal that you want to slowly work towards, then work towards it with your free pity coins from normal. But it's definitely not something you just get unless you're super rich.
So,
I feel
Glen-
like it's not gonna be as expensive as Harmony after a while.
Well, the price of Harmony will always change to reflect.
yeah, it will
Yes.
always flux and change.
Yes.
So, for Glen armor, for specifically just for magic setup, I know there's the alchemy setup for it, but we're not going to talk about that.
This is specifically if you are only doing magic and you strictly want to do magic.
So, for only magic, the main things you're going to be getting is going to be for the body, the gloves, and the boots. And the main important thing out of all this is importantly the gloves, just purely because of the MA100 that it provides when it comes to
Yeah.
quality of the item.
Oh, yes. So with the glove craft, it's very important to note that the magic attack roll that it has is scaled entirely off of the quality roll of the item, which means that you should craft with as much quality as you have, so like quality outfit or whatever, enchant. And
Add in the pot.
most important thing is the tailoring reforge on the tailoring kit for the quality.
Yeah, no.
And the quality
Yep.
pot.
Yeah, get as much quality as you can for the craft, just to ensure that you get the 100% magic attack. It's really
Yeah. I need to
Uh,
get accessories too.
Yeah. Now,
Yeah.
the main reason why we picked the boots and gloves and not the helmet.
Well, okay. Let's talk about the set effect first. So, the set effect for the Glen clothing, you get the Elemental Harmony set effect, but you need to at least two-piece it. You can only get elemental damage on the hat, the robe, and the shoes. You also, in addition to wanting that, you want to hit the crit damage effect, which you will get from the gloves, the body, and then one other piece, either the head or the shoes. So, there is an option here if you do want to run the helmet instead of the shoes. The difference is you will lose out on 12 MA on your helmet from the hat, but you will be able to run movement speed shoes. Whichever one you want to do, I think it's up to you. I personally think that the 12 MA is way better than the movement speed. But you might personally value something else. The other thing is so when you craft these items for the set effect, since it's tailoring, the set effect roll is created on generation after the first tap. So you want to hit 5 on both of them. This means you're going to be crafting them. What you're going to do one tap on them, and if you don't get Elemental Mastery damage 5, it's pretty much just to scrap it and then tap another one and try again until you hit that 5, just so you can two-piece it. But we do think the most efficient combination is to run the body, the shoes, and the gloves. What else?
I don't think there's
The
any
other-
traps here when it comes to end gear. Not really pops up.
Yeah, I think pretty much this is what you run. Like there's no way around this. This is best in stock. I don't think any amount of scrolls even changes
No.
this.
Yeah, no, none of the scrolls like change anything out of
You
this.
You can't get Elemental Mastery damage roll from Glenn.
Yeah,
So like it's only crit damage, so it doesn't actually do anything here.
exactly. It doesn't change anything here. The only big thing you can really get out of this is destruction and nursing bills at this point, but
Like that's something else. You'll know about those when you're there.
yeah, you start to pretty much start getting those once you get there.
The important thing though is because these gloves, they roll 100 MA on the equipment itself, and since they're not weaving gloves, they can't roll magic attack reforge. So your best in slot reforge here is actually Ice Spear Explosion Radius, and this will apply to the future Arcana's radius of the tornado ability. I don't know what it's called, snowstorm. I don't know.
Snowstorm.
Yeah.
So that's an important reforge to consider. Body reforge, Hailstorm range is realistically the only thing.
Yeah.
Shoes, Magic doesn't really have a shoe reforge. If you really want to, you can use movement speed 5, but keep in mind that the movement speed reforge does not stack with Wave Sweeper. It will take the highest value of the two.
There
It's
is a
actually-
chart that shows what stacks with Wave Sweeper.
Unless you were planning on limit breaking movement speed 7.
So, but if you do get the movement speed 7 shoes, oop,
God.
those are
Maybe
what,
faster
2%
than
better?
that.
2% better than
3%, I think, because it goes to
Three?
21%.
Yeah, 3% better.
Does that mean that giants can finally walk normal like humans?
Dang.
What do you mean?
Giants are faster than humans.
Giants are faster than humans.
The fuck?
Gee, what
They're
do you mean?
18% faster than us, I think.
Yeah,
On
and then
base.
movement speed scales off of base movement speed, so like movement speed effects are more effective on giant than they are on human, since we have a higher base movement speed.
Damn.
Yeah, humans are just the slowest race. What are you doing, Gio?
Being a human.
Feels bad. How does it feel now that you know that you're the slowest race?
Landed gave us so
Yeah.
much movement speed, and
Why
we
am
get
I
so
why
much
am I in this homestead?
from Breath of Ladeka.
The only
That's
human.
Oh
Because you
my.
represent the human.
Yeah.
Woman.
You are the most popular race.
Yep.
That's right, you're at the very
Just
tippy
that.
top.
I don't
So-
know why I'm sitting on that chair.
So, obviously, we got to talk about the stuff from the trash can for a little while here. This is
Trash can.
introducing everything that's basically trash can. People should really not even bother with them. Here's a list of things in the trash can for Magic. Nightbringer Weaponry, get them into the trash. Celtic Guardian, original staff.
That's it.
That's pretty much it, to be honest with you. Everything else,
Yep. Do not
What
build
hat
the
is
Nightbringer
that?
staff.
What
That
is
is
it?
an,
Just put
Trap
Magic in the
hat.
trash can.
that's the Imperial Knight hat.
No, the other one.
What do you mean the other one?
what other one?
Next to
The
the
feathered-
Nightbringer.
The
Yeah,
glove.
that's the feathered
Oh, the broad hat? So,
broad hat, yeah.
The broad hat's
That's
the
mana-
mana reduction.
Yeah, that's the mana reduction set effect.
We talked about that
Yeah.
at the very beginning. I think it's a complete noob trap because
No,
realistically,
no,
you don't need the mana reduction, especially when you're
Yeah.
using these staffs. Celtic Druid provides that -30, and Ruin provides -40. It's a
Yep.
lot of mana reduction, plus you're regenerating so much mana already.
Did someone
Yeah.
say wear the magic school uniform set?
Oh no.
Get this person out of here.
Get you out of here. I think that's everything we have for Magic, though.
That's everything for
Honorable
Magic.
mention for Hermit Staff in the trash. Honorable mention.
Oh yeah, Hermit Staff isn't in the trash, but it's in there.
It's
Oh,
not in there,
Hermit
but
Staff.
it's definitely.
It's buried.
should
It's
be
buried so far deep you can't see it.
there.
It's buried so far deep we forgot about it. Literally every other staff that's not pictured there, and besides Trinity, garbage. Don't even consider it.
Yeah, the Andrus wing staff.
Oh
We
my
won't-
god.
Oh my god.
Demonic staff.
Should we
Oof.
talk about Millie when it comes to giants, since we got 2 giants?
We can talk about archery first, I think.
Fight!
Alright.
Fight!
Archery
fight.
only applies to one.
Yeah, all your goods.
And here's archery. We have here all of this right here. We also have our little bucket right here as well. And
Doggy, you never changed the buckets. They're the same bucket for everything.
leave the bucket alone. The bucket is already filled.
Fanatic.
Alright. So let's talk about archery first. Just to start off with, if you are a human, do not consider anything on this until you have Erg 50 ruin bow. Erg 50 bow. Archery as a human currently, in its current state, is not feasible in human without Erg 50s. Just because your mag shot cooldown is so much longer.
What do you think about this, Fred?
For mag cooldown,
Yeah.
D. I mean, I only have 45S right now. I mean,
Yeah, and how terrible does it feel?
it still does. I don't know. Maybe the 0.5 might feel way different, but
You
right
just
now
don't know.
it
You
just feels
haven't
like
touched an elf before, have
What
you?
bow is that?
How about you?
Is that a
Edie?
Black Dragon Knight's bow?
like magging.
That's a baffle, Hunter.
That's a baffle.
Why does it look like
But
Black
that's a
Dragon Knight's
baffle.
bow?
Because they're the
Black Dragon
same.
Night Bow was based off of the baffle.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do have identical appearance, but
Geo.
I mean, oh my
Well,
god,
like,
Gio.
wait.
Gio, you're just embarrassing yourself,
I
please.
know.
All right. So inside mid
Okay,
game.
so with that
Like-
out of the way, mainly consider this chart for elf. If you're a human, just get your Erg 50s ruin bow and then call it a day.
Yeah, like if
And
you
then,
get
and then you can look at everything else here. But alright. Starting off with, Doggy?
Starting off, when it comes to mid game for elves, and I guess for humans because they get it anyways, is a blended crossbow. Good way to get support shot with it with Bohemian set. It's really good. You can start support shotting for others until the support shot update. Obviously, Bohemian is really good. Obviously, it has to have a combination of Magma Shot. It's too much to give up for Magma Shot, especially for the blended crossbow. Blended crossbow is really nice. I will say this right now. I know in such trap section, we do have crossbows there. This is because you're going to pretty much immediately drop the blended crossbow once we get to the next tier.
Yeah.
Uh,
the thing is, the blended crossbow, it's free.
it's
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 free.
It's reformed.
Yeah,
It's free.
If you
It's
do the
enchanted. It's special upgraded. It's free.
Doesn't it have Pierce too?
It does, but it's free too.
It's free. What is there to complain about? It's
It's
amazing.
free. I know what they're still complaining about.
Like, I'm pretty
It's
sure it
good.
also hits like pretty fast too.
Can't believe you.
Look what there is to complain about.
Oh, Fred went to the wedding.
Oh, the only thing you'll have to complain about is you need to buy bolts.
Yes, bolts. Honestly, sharp bolt bundles at this point in time. I don't think the what is it? The tree Sephiroth arrow bolts.
Sephiroth
I don't think they're
bolts.
worth it.
Yeah, no, they're not
I would
worth
just
it
buy-
at this point.
I would just buy sharp bolt bundles.
Hmm.
I think
Probably
the NPC ones stack up to 500 nowadays.
the
Yeah, they
so
can.
it's actually-
The sharp bolt bundles though, they give 10%.
Back in the
damage.
day.
I think.
What do you mean, Spirit Ego? Get out of here, you!
Yeah, I guess if you did Spirit Ego, whatever.
Get out of
Uh,
here.
But yeah.
Oh, if you have a
Planet Crossbow,
I guess.
It's a trap!
it's
No,
cheap.
no, you gotta add Vampy to the trap then.
Obviously, the next upgrade is going to be... You're going to be basically still being
Actually,
mid-game, by
wait,
the way. Oh.
Can we talk about something? So the important thing with archery is a Mag 20 gloves. If you get Mag 20 gloves on Bohemian, I don't know how expensive it would be, but if you do get them, you can use those gloves pretty much the entire time.
Just remember, if you try hard enough, you can probably get a Meg 25 gloves for 150 mil.
Oh, let's not roast that person. Come on, man.
Come on, man. Don't do this to him.
Yeah, they know what happened, and come on,
We all know what happened.
They also roast themselves too with it, so.
we can grow past this. But you could probably get a decent pair of Mag Bohemian gloves for, I would say, somewhat decently cheap. And they will last you for quite a while if you do get them. I don't know what. I don't know, Doggy. What do you run? Oh, Dog. Never mind. I know what you run. But yeah. So that's everything I have to say about Bohemian. I think. The rest of it, the helmet, the body, the shoes, that doesn't really matter for right now.
Yep.
Bohemian's
I think.
affordable.
Yeah.
We have
So
this
as long
affordable
as-
really good.
As long as you get the mag glove, reforged gloves, and you hit the set effect for Magnum Shot, I think you'll be fine.
Also, like, if you aren't really using archery and you're just using it for support shot, you don't
Oh.
need the reforges.
This is mainly for like.
This is mainly
Archery
for
main
archery
talent.
main talent. What
Yeah.
are you on about?
So it's like,
This is like
Okay,
a
as a
human's
human-
life right now. What are you doing, Gio? This is a
human
imagine.
would-
This is a human
you would
right now
not
who's being a
mean
noob
archery.
that just doesn't understand. You're making
Yeah.
them upset.
I'd rather make them upset and realize that archery is not the way to go as a human.
Toxic. All right. So
Yeah.
obviously, this is pretty much early game. This is now somewhat mid game as well with the Bahavel bow. You'd be getting into text and stuff. The next go for
So,
more.
well, let's talk about the baffle. So the baffle hunter is very cheap to make. The bow itself, very cheap. The important thing to keep in mind with the baffle is you need the arrow, and the arrow is crafted with the black dragon heart. You might be able to find a black dragon heart cheap. You might be able to farm one up from raids, or you might even be able to find someone's old baffle huntress arrow on the auction house for somewhat cheap. I think they're generally around 20 to 25 mil, in that price range. And the bow itself is really cheap, like 5 mil, if that even.
Really cheap. Really good.
Yeah, so it's a good upgrade. It's a really cost-effective upgrade too. You have unlimited arrows, and the arrow gives you a lot of extra damage, just in general.
This allows your ego swap to be different as well. You don't need to aim for
Yep.
ultimate. It's really large
Yep.
to start putting it inside more max damage and critical damage. This is a really large actual like upgrade for ego swaps. And and at this point of the game, you probably want to get started on like doing text as well. Baffle generally is really cheap. They were also dropped inside Tomb events, so they are some normal ones just casually just laying around. I think there's a decent fair bit of them that are already pre-ranked as well, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, There is the option of buying pre-rank 1 already with reforges. I don't. Let me look how expensive they are. It's actually not looking too bad.
Why are staff in the garbage, and not like?
Actually, it's looking terrible. The cheapest rank 1 baffle is 23 mil, and it's rank 1. That's really it. That's rank 1 R6. I guess that's fine, but
That's
it's
fine.
reforged is bad. But like, yeah.
That's fine.
Wait, it has Sword of Order and Max. It's a double line.
For paladins.
Yeah, for paladins. Ignore me saying that at all. Yeah. The bow itself is really cheap.
There's not really
Well-
much to talk about this spot of the section besides obvious things. You know, I'm pretty sure a lot of people know Bohemian set is really this good, and a lot of people know the Bahaffle Hunter upgrade is really nice for pretty much any race.
Yeah, you'll definitely feel it.
Also, Bohemian set was from like pre-merge day, so it's a very old set that a
Yeah.
lot of people
And
will
if-
have.
You really don't want to buy it off the auction house. I guess you could like go farm kill ancients and drop some ancients.
Yeah.
Actually, don't farm ancients. I still need ancients for my ego quest, please.
Steal them all.
Yeah.
Dream, come over here. Stop standing right there. Dream! Dream!
Dream.
Dream! Stand by Lathara.
Why did you remind me? I do as well. What did I
Oops.
remind you? I forgot what I even said.
There you go.
Oh,
No,
the
damn
ego
it.
quest. Yeah. It is doomed.
Is Doom.
I guess we can go into the next category.
So this is a really big upgrade for elves, not as much for humans. I know we just said that humans should really not generally get into this at all until rank S or 50, but some people are just really stubborn. This
Yeah.
is not
So
really...
if you do want to be a human and do archery for some reason, and you're dead set on that, I would say demo bow first and then our 50 asset. At
Yeah.
least.
It's not worth it. It's not worth it.
It's not worth Erg 50 S-ing a Baffle Hunter, but it's somewhat understandable on a demo, I guess.
Yeah.
It's not worth going archery as a human, especially when you have other skills that do way more
Art-
damage.
Archery is fine as a human, but
Audrey
it's
is
just very
fine
in-game.
as a human.
Uh,
It's okay as a human. It's just for elves,
Yeah.
it's just a lot larger.
It's just a lot better on elves, but it's still a really good talent on humans at Erg 50S.
And then we have
I,
giants.
I wouldn't say that it's the worst. I would definitely
But
say
it's not like a weapon that you should focus first as a human to
Mm,
Erg 50.
bow is actually disgusting in Glen, Geo. It's probably
But
the
like
best weapon to
as
use.
a human, I
As
know
a human, it is the best weapon to use in Glen.
Land
but like to
charges
get
right now.
to that, like
Cost effective wise.
But cost effective wise is garbage.
wouldn't it be better to Erg 50 a different weapon first before
Well,
you focus on archery as a
uh,
human?
You can do EK and Glenn without erging anything, to be
Yeah,
honest. You could do
without-
Glenn without Erg a blade.
The other thing to Erg 50 as a human would be Knuckles. And I would say that Knuckles and Bow are probably pretty similar.
Actually, I think Erg 50S for a bow is a lot cheaper because it... Oh wait, does it need Storm Stardust?
It does not. Oh, it does.
Does it? No, yeah it does,
It does.
However, it is a lot harder for a human to sustain itself when it comes to archery.
Yeah, it's just too expensive. It's a really big upfront cost before your weapon is usable.
Yeah,
Which is the problem.
which is the biggest problem for humans.
Yeah.
For
But yeah, demo bow.
Demo bow, it's a really big upgrade. A lot more piercing. You now have the mag effect on it and increased critical damage on it. Really big for pretty much everybody. And this also actually opens up a lot of slots when it comes to armor. This gives you a huge variety of what armors to pick. In reality, you pretty much only have 3 because every single other armor that you think you'd be combining it with is pretty much down the chute. You want Imperial armor with it? Useless.
Okay, let's talk about it. Imperial Knight, the Imperial armor, it's actually the crit effect. It's already on the bow, so it doesn't actually do anything.
Iron will, however.
Obviously, any heavy armor is completely out the window here.
Yeah.
just because you don't want the dex penalty.
So pretty
Uh,
much your options here will be a devastation set. I hate this one, but special muffin ranger.
Awesome.
So
Muffin
Special
Ranger?
Force Ranger gives 8 max, that's it.
He
That's
said
That's all it
again.
does for archery.
That's all it
Special
does.
Muffin Ranger?
Special Force Ranger Muffin Banana Bonanza
If you're-
outfit gives plus 8 max. Okay.
If you are really into 8 max, then maybe Special Force Ranger is it. But like, the aura effect is way more damage than the 8 maxes.
You get less max if you have some max damage wings. So
So yes, if you have
Got
max
that line?
damage wings, the effect also doesn't apply. Or if you're for some reason running Imperial Knight gloves, I would definitely say Special Force Ranger is pretty close to what a trap would be.
Yeah.
It's not worth it. It's not worth running.
It's just not worth running. Ultimate Gears Devastation is a lot cheaper, a lot faster, and easier to get at this point of the game as well, since you have a
Yep.
demolition weapon. Seraphic body is here because of the absorption, and the mana recovery here is pretty nice.
It's very tanky. It's very tanky.
Very tanky too.
And if you do pull out like a staff to drop some same bard healing, you can proc the mana regen, and it's pretty nice. It's really nice. It's only one piece of armor, and like you can use it for like 2 things.
It's pretty nice.
Because the body reforge for magic isn't really too important, I think.
Agreed.
Demo bow itself. Let's talk about bow reforge. The most effective or most important bow reforge on bow is effective range. The
Effective
reason why
range.
you want effective range is because it gives you faster aim speed. Because aim speed is based off of like the distance you are from the target, but it bases it off of like the percentage of like the max distance, I believe. Right, Doggy?
That's correct.
I don't know how to explain it like that, but like that's how I explain it. So it's like you having a longer range makes you technically closer. So you aim faster.
Faster.
Which is the main important increase in damage for it.
Aim faster, aim damage higher. Simple as that.
Yep.
Bigger number, bigger
No.
damage.
Yep. The bow and arrow, from here on out, they give you mag shot and crit damage. I think it also gives you durability, right? Durability
does.
decrease,
Durability
which is nice.
decrease is really nice. No. Burger.
Yeah, demo bow is good. It's good.
There is.
I think a lot of people have been told that demo bow is not worth crafting if you're an elf, and that you need to wait on ruin bow. But I think that's just strictly false. Demo bow is a lot of damage, and it's pretty free as an elf. Final shot is just really good. Visions of Ladeka, really good. Upcoming Arcana, really good. It's getting a lot of quality of life. That ruin bow is still pretty expensive, and if you are looking into getting into endgame, a demo bow will be completely fine.
Also, by the way, posture check.
Ooh, posture check.
Posture check.
Setting off.
Suburban
Set up.
Champa.
I don't have my tits set up right now because it's broken because I wiped my computer, so I will fix it later. I'm sorry.
You're a monster.
You're the one who had it for almost a month!
I am today.
Yeah.
True.
Whatever.
Would you have added it if maintenance didn't happen this morning?
Probably not.
There is a trap here that we could completely talk about because we talked about
Oh,
ER. The Forest Ranger gloves.
Forest Ranger gloves.
They provide
So-
ER10, which is only plus 50 per range.
Yeah, so it applies an ER10 set effect, and that is 50 range, which is terrible. It is not worth using these gloves.
These
Yeah,
gloves
it's just
are
a scam.
way too expensive for what they are.
Yeah. They're dual gun gloves, surely.
Yeah, dual gun.
50 range and dual guns, oh boy. That's half of an upgrade.
Oh boy.
It's not good for anything. Do not get those gloves at all.
At all.
And then the other thing are crossbows. A lot of people do say like, go divine crossbows, whatever, more pierce. They're just not efficient. The arrow adds so much more damage than the crossbow will, and you'll have the ability to start erging now because the erg is not transferable from crossbow to bow, which is pretty terrible. So yeah, do not get a divine crossbow.
No
whatever you
divines.
do. Yeah, unless you're getting like a super killer deal on it, in which case, you know, do whatever.
Like we're
Sometimes
we're talking about like
sometimes you
100
see
mil.
those, yeah. Sometimes you see those old like ERG 45 divine crossbows go up on the auction house for like 100 mil or 150 mil. Those ones you can consider, I guess. But like,
I totally
just know
those
that-
bad boys up.
yeah, just know that they're not transferable to any weapons in the future. That moves us on to Ruin Bow, I guess.
Runebow, really big change when it comes to damage. This is now basically doubling your crash shot range. This also has the ability to get last breath on it. Really big enchant with including piercing. And
It's a lot of max attack though.
this bow itself gives so much max attack. This bow itself should not be allowed in this game, honestly.
Yeah,
this
this
bow
bow is disgusting.
This bow is just really disgusting. It should not be allowed in this game. This thing really breaks pretty much everything when it comes to any form of meta.
Yeah. Archery is really strong in general, just because of Ruin Bow. It gives a high percentage bonus damage to Magnum Shot. The crash shot range is really, really good. You just do a lot of damage in general with Ruin Bow. Last Breath adds a lot of piercing, so you get more piercing than you would with Demo. I think it's like 2 more piercing,
Sure
just
is.
because you get 1 more piercing from the upgrade path on the bow base, and then 1 more from Last Breath.
Yep.
Last Breath is really cheap too. It's only like 100 mil. Maybe you can get one from cheaper if you buy it from a Theta runner. You can also run Theta, real easy content, or you can buy Theta key runs from us. We sell
Thank you.
Theta runs.
Nudge, nudge.
Yeah, if you really want to get your Theta bag, we do sell Theta runs. Hit us up. Here's the only place I would consider putting Pallid. If you do get a Pallid, do not put it on a demo. Only put it on Ruination.
I agree.
And
And then at this point of the
Trick
game,
with the armor.
yeah, we would talk about the armor here, which is going to be the boots, gloves, and helmets. Do you want to talk about the armor a bit, because it is technically viable, kinda?
Okay, I can talk about the armor in general. So I'll talk about the set effects. So for the light armor, the set effects that you want to get is a max attack. This is the only one that realistically applies. You can get the piercing resistance if you want, but the critical damage, since it's already on your bow, it doesn't do anything. The max attack roll from the Glen armor gives you 50 max. So 50 more max, best. This technically isn't best in slot, because there are the max attack scrolls, which you know I'm selling one of. If you want to make a 10-piece helmet,
Wink, wink,
you can get max 10 on your helmet, and then you would be able to run ultimate Gias RO5 gloves, boots, or whatever.
Good night.
But good night, Geo.
Gio, where my money?
Wait, Geo.
No, Gio, my money!
Wait.
I got scammed.
Wait, Pinger.
My money!
No, Geo can't save the money. But yeah, so it gives you get 50 max. That's best in slot. You don't need the crit damage. The piercing resistance is nice to have. You might as well get it since you're crafting Glen armor. You might as well 2-piece it someplace, preferably on helmet, and then something else.
The gloves.
What else? Yeah. So the thing with this is, since you do not need to wear the Glen armor to get crit damage, you are free to run pretty much any armor you wanted. So like, you are completely free to run the Seraphic armor, you're free to run Forest Ranger, or you could go for the Glen armor. It gives you a lot of extra tank stats, so you're just getting the light armor, keep that in mind. So you could get the Glen light armor, it gives you a lot of tank stats, and the auto defense is pretty nice. It's really a toss-up based on whatever you want, I think.
Actually, I don't think the Special Forest Ranger will work with it because it's an effective max.
Oh, well, the Special
Yeah,
Force Ranger, yeah, that doesn't work actually, yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna put this inside a trap now. This thing is absolutely trash. This armor is bad.
Yeah, wait a second, yeah.
So Special Forest Ranger is now included into the bad section.
Yeah, that's
So you
trash.
can get the buffed version with the hands.
It's bad.
Dream complaining about the buff version, but the buff version is bad.
I mean, it was something for new players.
For new players,
That's
it costs
Limberta?
more than a Terminus Crystal. That's not true. It's 150 a piece, and you need to get all 4 pieces. So yeah, it's more than the Glen armor.
Thank you for following Nobi, Knievel.
Good with
Welcome to
hands.
the Chin Champion
Out of chin.
families.
Hey, that'd only be 600. You only need 3 pieces because you need 2 for the body.
It's bad.
It's bad.
Wow.
It's a trap! Alright, talked about not trap things, trash items. Crossbows such as, we talked about the Divine Crossbow.
So pretty much don't build a Nightbringer bow at all.
Don't build the Nightbringer bow at all. Don't build the Nightbringer crossbow at all.
What's the crossbow even called?
Rogue.
Yeah, it's
Nightbringer Rogue.
Nightbringer Rogue.
Give me your predator frags. I need them.
There is actually one.
Dream, you don't even have a single Nightbringer weapon. What are you saying?
I am already buying them up.
There is one weapon in here that is semi good. However, because the blinded is just that good, it is inside the trash bin right now. I will bring it up here just because I am kind of curious if people are going to bring it up to me, so I'm just going to talk about it here right now. The Special Force Bow, it has a mag enhancement on it and the increased critical damage on
What? This bow is garbage.
it. The bow's pretty garbage. It's
Okay, so the problem with this bow is the Force Ranger bow is it can't be special upgraded.
yeah, it just can't be special upgraded.
The fact that it can't be special upgraded makes it pretty worthless.
I
The
don't
extra
know
crit
why they
damage
changed
is
that.
worth way too much.
Because before you could special upgrade it to, I think it was to like R3.
Yeah, you were able
Yeah.
to special upgrade it, but then they fixed it and said, yeah, no. And then they
Yeah,
refunded
that sounds like
everybody.
that sounds like a bug.
Yeah, it was a total bug, and then they just refunded everyone their stones for it because it was honestly really powerful at the time because it was versus the Behalful Hunter because of the mag enhancement. That wasn't
Yeah,
supposed
people
to
kind
happen.
of flipped out.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then they sold baffles like crazy.
Yeah, that was a huge mistake. However, it is a good mention for it. However, it's not in here purely because of the Landing Crossbow and because it's special upgraded already. But I know people are going to bring it up to me later on, so I'm telling you all right now, it's trash, and that's why it's inside a trash bin.
Well, is that
Okay.
everything on archery? I think that's about everything on archery.
It's pretty much an
I
archery.
still like how that bow skin looks. It's really neat. I have it on my off.
Yeah, what?
The bow skin.
Which bow skin?
The
Force
Ranger one.
Ranger.
Oh, the Forest Ranger one?
Mhm.
I want a Forest Ranger, or another Foresty both appearance scroll. The Magmel one.
Oh my god. I wish you luck.
I'm not farming Magmel.
Do you guys want to take a short break before we talk about the melee one? Because with the melee one, obviously, we're going to be going into a lot more depth since we have both of you.
Yeah. Like, because I'm Ellie Knight Extraordinaire. And I'm gonna roast every human in existence. Because your existence now is absolute misery.
And then we can put up the pulses ad so Nas can explain about pulses.
I think Nos is eating dinner right now.
Dang.
Mhm.
No, Nas! I'll explain it for me. I guess if you guys want to go get waters.
Oh, I have my water right there next to me.
Yeah,
It's the water that saves the OC World Cup.
Oh, snap. Alright, then I guess I'll explain the pulses ad while I go get a drink. Or
I can do it. You go get your drink.
Puck.
Yeah.
Alright, I'll be right back. Blah, blah.
I'll go play Holocure in the meantime.
No, you're not. You're staying here, remember? You're supposed to
You're
be doing
staying here,
this.
Paul.
You're supposed to be doing the melee.
Have you guys heard of a numpad rhythm game called Pulsus? It's a rhythm game that you can play directly in your browser.
Oh,
You can play
you
hit
have a
songs.
link to it?
Like, yeah, the link is right there on the ad.
I must try this out.
Pulsus.cc/play. You can play it right in your browser with your numpad, or if you don't have a numpad because you're one of those small keyboard people, you can use like the other buttons. But like, why? Just get a numpad. You can play hit songs written or mapped by Nos, like Among Us in real life. And if you are a fan of rhythm games, but you don't like the anxiety from having to reset every time you mess up once, you can know that it's not about combo and it's about accuracy only. So you can mess up and it not being the end of the universe. That's all I have that I can talk about on this ad, I swear. It's been so long. I haven't played Pulsus in so long. And Dream has never played Pulsus.
It's a good thing I know where to get my water real fast.
Oh, thank God. To get us into Ellie Knight so I can flame humans.
Alright, welcome
Alright.
to the pretty much last part of this stream. We're going to be talking about this and talking about the creepy haunted later. For now, we're going to get into the melee stuff. We have two giants here, both specifically inside Ellie Knight, and one person who needs to be a final hit.
When we talk about this, we're talking about using close combat skills and using Ellie Knight skills. Just to make sure everyone is aware, we are indeed talking about Ellie Knight. Starting off with Planet Sword, it's free.
It's free. It's good.
Free. Yeah.
It's good.
Moving up, Frosted Borealis. We choose this one only. There isn't another sword. There is another sword, but it's also in the trash can here, and that would be the Fanatic Greatsword. You're better off always getting the Borealis Blade just because it has the 5-step Smash enhancement effect on it. It makes it significantly easier to hit Smash effect, which is really important. So, with Ellie Knight, Frosted Borealis Blade, it gives you 1 piercing and it has a decent amount of max. You're realistically not going to put a piercing enchantment on it. It's not worth it. But you can go for like Gurgashi. Like Demilich Gurgashi is a really cheap enchant combination, and it's like 50 to 55 max, which is really good. Really cheap too, especially since somebody undercut all the Gurgashis and now they are 3 mil each. When I went to go sell them, I can't believe this. Who did this? This person has put me in shambles. I swear. 3 mil Gurgashi. I can't believe it. I'm so mad.
Wasn't it 8?
Yes.
Jeez.
They undercut it. They're super undercut.
Don't you
I don't know
when
who did
Gurgashis
this.
used to cost 20 mil? I remember that.
I'm mad though. But yeah, so Ellie Knight, important thing to hit is the Smash enhancement effect. You can do that through a few ways. You can use, since you're going to be using Borealis Blade, if you are a giant, you can use Borealis Shield too, and nothing else matters. But if you are a human, you have to go through extra steps. You can either go for Thames armor, or you can go for Broken Horn Hunter. And when I say armor, I do not mean the body. Do not get the body. You can get the helmet, gloves, or shoes for either of them. And if you get the combination right, you should be able to hit the Smash 10 effect. Thames can only roll up to 3, and Broken Horn can roll up to 4 for the Smash effect. So keep that in mind when you're looking. Other than that, the armor we have here, we have Saint Guardian armor here. You can either use the light or the heavy, it doesn't really matter at all. I would say the heavy would be better, just for the extra tank stats. But reason being, it gives you the attack speed set. If you are a giant, you don't need this, get whatever armor you want. You can run like Ultimate Gias Edge or whatever, it doesn't matter. You can pick whatever you want, simply because attack speed doesn't function on Final Strike. So it's only really good for Brionic, so it's not really important at all.
I like it for Chain though.
We're talking about for Ellie Knight only.
I don't know, but that's why I have it.
There is a trap when it comes to this early of the game, and it's Lane Chaser. Look, I understand it's really cheap, but like, Saint Guardian is also really cheap, and you just need 1 piece.
Yeah, Saint Guardian is cheap enough to the point where I would say that if you are a human, I would consider picking a pair up. The attack speed is actually a really big boon to Final Hit. And at this point in the game, you are going to be doing a lot of damage in Final Hit to most things. And it's going to be a really effective way of doing damage. But yeah, the Lang armor set, it'll cost, what, 3 pieces? Does it cost 3, or do you need all 4 slots?
For the absorption?
No, for the Lang Chaser.
Yes, you need all 4 pieces.
You need a lot of slots, or you need to put suboptimal enchants on, which isn't ideal. So yeah, Saint Guardian is definitely the way to go because of how cheap it is. Well, you can probably pick up a pair for like 40 to 50 mil. Very cheap.
Very cheap. Very good.
If you're a giant, I would consider using Ultimate Geass Edge. Or you could go for Ultimate Geass Devastation and then get the RO set effect. I think either one of those are good options. I think that's everything. Frost Borealis, though, really cheap. You can probably find someone to craft it for you if you have the mats, and the mats are all pretty cheap as well.
Yeah.
A lot of them come from dungeons. It's a really accessible sword.
That's Dream. Dream crafts a decent amount of them every single day.
Yeah.
Which one's the Borealis?
Yeah.
Actually, Maple crafts them and just gives them to me to give them to players.
See, there you go. Problem solved. Everybody go to Dream.
Yeah, ask Dream for a Borealis blade and he'll give you one, surely.
It's not like a huge cost. It's
Yep, they're really cheap.
2 or 3 mil or something.
Dream
Yeah,
has a
real
redeem
cheap.
inside his Twitch that allows you to get a Frost Borealis. Go redeem him.
No, I don't have that.
He has it now.
I should add that though.
You should add that one and be able to tell new players, hey, if you watch my stream enough, you can get a Frosted Borealis blade with your redeemed coins.
Can I get one from my giant, please? Yeah, if you want, Bella.
Yeah.
Way too many.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go watch Dream inside his Twitch whenever he streams.
Twitch.tv/Living Dreamer. Living Dreamer, right?
Right.
I gotta check.
I forgot what Dream's.
A Living Dreamer. Yeah, I was
Living
right.
Dreamer.
I'm always right.
Yeah.
How could I forget?
You guys.
Yeah, so I guess the next step up from Frosted Borealis would be Divine Blade. So the thing with Divine Blade is it has access to Solitude, which is an enchant that rolls 1 to 3 piercing, as well as a lot of max. It's a very accessible enchant to get, and it's significantly cheaper than any other enchant that you can get for piercing on sword, and piercing is really strong.
This sword also provides you like smash enhancement as well and durability decrease as well. It's really big. This means you don't really need your smash enhancement, but it's a good idea to keep it around just in case.
110 mil enchant. Hello, 110 mil enchant is better than the 700 mil enchant that is 67th, or the what 400 mil that is Meteoroid. Come on now. Come on.
This also part of the somewhat late game will start to get you into more like Imperial Armor, which is going to be giving you a crit enhancement and Iron Will. This is great for anyone that uses Final Hit or any rotation when it comes to EK. Iron Will is really nice, especially when you're trying to.
It's not Iron Will. It's Unbreakable Will, I think.
Unbreakable. Unbreakable Will.
Unshakable Will. It's unshakable even.
Unshakable Will is really nice whenever you're trying to lightning smash something and.
Well, lightning smash has heavy standard, but it's really nice in general. It procs very often and reduces a lot of damage you take. It's really convenient.
However, this does introduce one of the traps here because it is Imperial Knight and you're not going to be using your smash enhancement stuff. At this point of the game, you probably would be looking at other parts of, like, when it comes to armor. We generally did put the Imperial Armor boots and gloves here, but there's only the boots right now. I'm going to be really biased about this one right here. The boots are just not good. I'm sorry, that extra assault slash damage of 50% damage and that 1% speed that it provides is just not worth the cost of it.
So it's important to make the distinction with Imperial Knight shoes that it is not like the 10% that most movement speed shoes are. It is 1%. Only 1%. And the assault slash damage effect applies to assault slash, which already has a very low multiplier on it. And so you're realistically not increasing your your blazing assault slash damage by much. And blazing assault slash, it honestly doesn't do that much damage. I personally only use it for mobility, and I try to save it for mobility over anything else. It's just not that optimal, I would say.
Now, Imperial Gloves was here until I pretty much started to realize it's more of a niche item than anything else. However, the cost of it is just ridiculously too high to be considered as a niche item. It's really good, don't get me wrong, it's really good. That 10% increased damage when it comes to Rage Impact is really nice and really noticeable. It's just way too niche for the scenarios where it should be in, and way too niche for the cost for it, so it's not really a trap because it is really usable and it does provide a lot for you. It provides max damage as well, and at this point of the game, you know, you have smash enhancement on your sword. It's really nice to have. It's really niche.
Expensive.
Yeah, it's just too expensive for what
The
it
problem is it's really expensive. The Rage Impact is really nice. The bonus melee damage is actually really big, especially since you reset a lot with Ego on your Rage Impact. It adds a lot of damage.
Yeah.
In general, but it runs into issues later on down the line.
Yeah, so
which is the real problem with it.
This is the main reason why it's not in Trash or in Trap, but we won't bring it up here purely because of that reason.
Yeah.
But
it's a side grade. If you don't plan on upgrading past Divine Blade, you could consider Imperial Night Gloves.
Yeah.
By all means. But if you are planning on ever upgrading to Warlord, once you get to Warlord, the gearing hell actually begins.
Sure is, and that's what we're getting into now.
Yeah. Actually, let's talk about the other thing in the trap.
Oh, right.
I don't know why Refined Dustin Silver Knight Sword or Helmet and Armor is on the best in slot guide, but please, for the love of God, don't make this.
Please.
It's not good.
It's a nice looking set, but that's all it is.
It looks cool. Yeah, it looks cool. If you want to make it for fashion, go for it. But do not make it for this attack delay. It is not good.
The Refined Dustin Silver Knight Armor set. It's a heavy...
You're better off just getting the attack speed from the Saint Guardians. It's Dustin Silver. The Refined Dustin is just not worth crafting at all.
It looks nice.
It does look cool. Man, why the fuck is Solitude so much? Ellie Knights. Everybody wants Ellie Knight these days.
Even elves.
Even elves. We didn't talk about that. If you're an
right.
If you're an elf, you're not allowed to do any of this. Actually, you are. You're allowed to do the very last thing. But even then, you're trolling everybody, and everybody is mad at you, I swear.
Skip to end game real quick. You start with the Blinding Sword, and you end with the Saluna. That's it.
Yeah.
That's your next upgrade. Have fun.
Yeah. It's doomed. Do not do Ellie Knight. Do not be like one of those weirdos that like use Nightbringer's shield and sword or whatever. It's not it, fam. It's not it. I swear, it's so bad.
I'm sorry, but the elves are not getting it. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no. Giants don't get archeries, elves don't get EK. Surely that's fair, right?
Right, Dream. See, Dream agrees.
Yeah, Dream agrees. Punish the elves.
Yeah.
Yeah, punish the elves.
Yeah, punish the elves.
Yeah, punish the elves.
Yeah, punish the elves, just as Dream is switching to elf. Punished. I think that's everything I have in Divine Blade territory. So Divine Blades do drop from some Baltane missions. Do not use them for weapons. They do not roll max attack. Please do your due diligence when you are buying an item from the auction house, and ensure that you're doing the math for the upgrades to ensure that you're not getting a non-crafted Divine Blade.
Please, boy, stop trying to use Ellie Knight inside an elf. Stop it!
Yeah, boy, no Ellie Knight, boy. Get rid of that axe. You don't need it. Axes are a giant weapon. Look at it go.
I'll keep fucking with it. We're not gonna stop you, but you just gotta understand, brother. It's not the efficient way.
No, it's not it. It's not good.
It's not the cost-efficient way. Bro, no, it's not the way.
None of this Nightbringer Berserker for elf EKs, please. Just none of it.
Just none of it.
Yeah. Alright, yeah, let's go into Nightbringer, right?
Nightbringer. The weapon that
Yeah,
Dream
this
wants.
weapon. Yeah, the weapon that Dream wants and the weapon that I have. Let's go. Nightbringer, the real big thing it adds is it has a base 4 pierce. So while D-Blade, after you enchant it, has 4 pierce, Warlord, after you enchant it, you get 7 pierce, which is really big. The 7 pierce is absolutely huge. It gains final hit, final strike enhancement, and windmill enhancement. The bucket is garbage. Do not build anything in the bucket.
Don't
the bucket
build
is all
it in the
trash.
bucket. Everything
Yeah.
inside there is trash.
So, Warlord, yeah, final hit, damage enhancement, final strike, rage enhancement, which means you build rage faster, so you get to the faster attack speed breakpoints faster. And then windmill enhancement damage. So the thing to talk about with Nightbringer Warlord windmill enhancement is it is actually a different set effect from Refined Majestic and Seluna Blade. So if you were to build Refined Majestic armor, which you can see down there, you can actually get both set effects active at the same time, and they both work with each other. So that would be 45% windmill damage, which is actually quite a bit. So it's something to possibly consider. But currently, there is literally no female Refined Majestic gloves, and there's literally no male Refined Majestic armors.
Pillow says
That's
you're wrong.
That's wrong. Hello, how am I wrong? You have both set effects active at once. I'm interested.
Let's see what they say. Majestic windmill is additive.
It's additive? I see. Wait. That's garbage.
Garbo.
Wait, so just go Broken Horn then?
Look at this. Plus 30%. Damage, final damage plus 15%. I see, yes. Wait, yeah, this is garbage.
The weak windmill set effect.
Third. The Nightbringer is so much better. What the I don't know, plus 30, I'll take it, surely. If you're going double Refined Majestic, get the windmill anyway, right? Surely. But yeah, I didn't realize that. Yeah, that's garbage.
So the Majestic windmill says Garbo.
Wait, does the Seluna? I
Yeah.
thought the Seluna has the same effect as the Majestic.
Yeah, it is.
So it doesn't stack, does it? Right?
No,
I don't think so.
no, they don't.
Yeah. It just doesn't stack. Or Seluna. It's like, Majestic for windmills, not ideal in general. For Seluna. I thought?
No, they don't stack at all. They're,
Yeah,
they're
they just
they're
don't
the same
stack.
effect.
They're the same
Yeah,
effect.
They're exactly the same
Dang.
effect.
Lame. It is an option though, I think. But like, yeah, if it's 30 additives, then yeah, probably not it. That's like what, 3 levels of Reforge?
Yeah,
That's lame.
it's poopy.
You would think they would add a good set effect for Seluna Blade, but who knows? Personally though, I don't think Refined is actually worth running at all. So the problem with Ellie Knight is, especially if you're... Do I still have that Norm Echo? Yeah, you want me to pull it off Auction House for you? I'll pull it. And we can talk about it after the stream, Vampy. So the problem... So, with Warlord, you need to hit smash set effects somehow. And the real hell is if you are a human and you can't equip the shield. So, I believe the set effect for smash ends up being more damage than the Glen Armor 50 max. I didn't actually do the math for it, but I'm very certain it's true. And if it's not, the smash set effect is still a lot of extra damage that you're missing out on. So being a human, you're really just kind of getting destroyed when it comes to making endgame when it comes to making endgame Ellie Knight armor. Yeah, as Pillow says, just one piece everything. Yeah. So in Glen, you can get these special items here. Do you want to? Or let me pull out the corgi here. Come over here, doggy. You can move this to the window. So in Glen, I only have this one, but they have a Smash version of this too. And wait, it's because you're in screenshot mode. You can't see the trade, can you?
What trade? Oh, this one. Yeah, I can. Bam.
Yeah, and then drag it to the right side. I put it on the right side. It's like a yeah. So you can get these set effect scrolls from Glenverna. It only comes from hard mode. I'm selling this one, by the way. Please, someone buy it from me, for the love of God. And this allows you to reduce the amount of pieces you need for your set effect. So the max damage one, ideally you use it on the helmet. So you get the helmet, which has a base max attack of 4, I believe. And then you get 3 more of those, and that'll give you 7, which allows you to drop a single piece of gear. And that piece of gear that you would drop would be the gloves, and then you would run a 7 max attack helmet, and the 3 max attack on the Glen boots, and then you would run Refined Majestic armor and gloves for the smash effect. That's what you have to do as human. Alternatively, you get 3 of the smash ones, and you put it under your perfect rolled 7 smash Refined Majestic armor for 10 smash on that, and then you run the Glen helmet, shoes, and gloves. This is what you have to do if you're a human. This is the hell you live in as human.
Nasty.
Yeah, these scrolls are disgustingly rare. I think there are only 2 of these max attack ones in the server. I think someone else has one, from what I've heard. I have not heard of a single smash one existing yet. But there are very few groups that can run Glen hard mode, so maybe one day when more people can run Glen hard mode, we'll see more of these. I know on the Korean server, the max attack +1 scrolls are selling for 1.8 mil on the auction house. I haven't checked what smash set effects are on the Korean servers, but yeah, they're very expensive. And that's what you have to do if you want to hit both the max attack from Glen armor and the smash effect if you're a human. If you're a giant, you get to live your life so much easier because you can hit both very easily. So you get Refined Majestic body for giants, and then you run Massive Despair shield for smash effect, and then you can run the Glen hat, gloves, and shoes for the max attack. It's a lot easier if you're giant.
Yeah, dream.
And yeah. If you really want to later on as giant, you can max scroll 3 the helmet again, and then you could like drop the you could drop the gloves, and you could run Imperial Knight gloves if you wanted.
Damn.
You could you could drop the shield and like run Cooking Pot too. Like there's a lot of options, yeah. Yeah, you could RO5, but then you would need to drop the body, so you need a lot of smash scrolls on shield. There's a lot of options you can do with these scrolls to reduce the amount of gear sets you need. But if we're talking about just crafting, just because of how prohibitively expensive these scrolls are, your best bet as a giant is probably Refined Majestic body for smash effect and Massive Despair shield, and then running 3-piece Glen. Yeah, that's pretty much everything I have on all that. It's expensive. It gets expensive. Someone buy this from me. Someone buy this scroll for me, please, for the love of God. I need Creepy Haunteds and Eerie Spookies for 2 people. I'm down bad. Please.
Please.
3 bill.
Really cheap right now.
3 bill. Someone max attack scroll. 3 bill, please.
I mean, it's good if someone has like a limit break and they need to like 2-piece something. I don't know, like LC7 for example. I can't wear the hat. Like.
Oh no.
It's useful for those cases where you kind of have to.
No, you're never hitting that set effect. There's no way. It's doomed. Rest in peace, Lance Charge 7. No, you're hit the set effect. You are gonna need these scrolls, aren't you, Nos? It's so doomed.
One day, but like not now. I'm not upgrading anytime soon.
It's 50 max.
But it's the Lance Charge 7.
And obviously the last of the last things to make.
Yeah, this sword. Okay, so I wanna talk about Seluna Blade for a bit. Obviously, everyone knows the sword is amazing, right? This is the best sword in the game by a lot, right? I don't think anyone's questioning that. The problem is, I think there are a lot of people that think they are going to make this sword. This sword is very, very expensive, and if you are making Seluna Blade, you need to have other talents built besides Ellie Knight. You cannot just be a one-trick Ellie Knight main and say, I'm going to make Seluna. Unless you are Mega Whale, and you're just absolutely swiping. Like, do not make the sword unless you have enough talents to actually sustain everything else. Because,
Swipe.
yeah.
Swipe.
It's this, a Seluna on its own, with only Ellie Knight, is not it. It would be way better to have a Warlord and, like, I don't know, 2 other talents built than it would to have a Seluna Blade. They're really nice, though. But it's just not it for most people. The important thing to note is that the materials for Seluna, there are only really 51 mats for it. And it's the Fate Fragments, and it's the Dawnblade. Those are the only mats that matter. Everything else is worthless in comparison to the rest of it. That's like the entirety of the cost, and Fate Fragments and Dawnblade alone. And it's a very big cost. That's everything I have on Seluna Blade, I think.
All right.
Anything that I'll add for Ellie Knight, Dream?
People should use Dauntless more. That's pretty much it for that.
Oh, yeah. By the way, Dauntless, don't use it if you're a human. You're trolling if you ever use it as a human.
If you're
Do
a
not
giant,
use that.
you definitely should use it.
If you're a giant, use it, but don't use it when you can dodge things. It's terrible to use if you can just walk out of things. Dream.
Nope. Bite me.
As a human, you just use it to knock back enemies and Glenn.
Yeah.
Like,
As a
just
human-
really quickly,
As
that's
a
it.
human, you can use it to knock back enemies in Glen. Do not use it as if it's a defensive tool as a human. The reason being is the damage reduction comes if you're wearing a shield, and that only happens if you're a giant, I swear.
Like, if you see something gonna smash you and you're, like, pinned down, use that to knock things back.
Yeah. You do get protection from having it active, but it's like a really small amount. It's the amount of protection you get from, like, the defense skill, I believe. It's not very important. And it will not save you. It will just kill you.
Okay, things to talk about instead of trash. Nightbringer weapons, that's going to be the Nightbringer one-handed assaults. Pretty much trash.
Yep.
We're not going to talk about them. We're sorry. The windmill enhancement is the same one as the Nightbringer one, as the two-handed one, but like the final hit.
Well, I don't know why it has final hit when you have worse final hit with it.
We're not going to talk about it. The shield. It is a medium shield. That's completely trash. Sorry. If it was a large shield, it would have been a different thing. It's not included in here.
If you like that playstyle of being super tanky, and you want to build the shield because you want to have fun, feel free to build it. But it's not good. It's not good.
It's a
Do not go into it with the
beautiful
idea
shield.
that it's a good shield.
It is a beautiful
Yeah, it is.
shield.
It's really pretty. I kind of want it. Not gonna lie. Just the style tab it. I swear. And by style tab, I mean AFK with it on.
Other weapon is the Baffle Slayer.
So the Baffle Slayer, it gets 2 pierce base. So if you did put a Meteoroid or a 67th floor on it, you would have 5 pierce, which is 1 more pierce than a Divine Blade. But it's just way too expensive.
It's just too expensive for its efficiency, and at that point, you'd be basically close to the Nightbringer weapon. It's
I don't think you'd be close to it, but like it costs an entire Dragon Armor craft.
Yeah, you'd be basically kind of. It's kind of a hard argue because how much people actually go into Divine Blades if they don't go out of their way to get their own enchant. I would arguably say if you're not into Final Hit and you're a giant, it would be better overall for efficiency.
Oh, we didn't include Despair Blade. Just don't get it. It's bad.
Yeah, Despair
It's
Blade.
bad.
Pretty good.
It's cheap to buy, but it's partly
cheap
a
to
trap
make, but
because
it's
you need
super trapped.
67th.
Because you have to put Meteoroid or 67th on it, and it's kind of a garbage weapon. And there's like no resale value later on besides just like as an enchant burn. just because
when I
there aren't many
had
giants.
40 on it, it was so hard to sell.
Yeah, like it is difficult in terms of weaponry.
And
It's not it.
other weapon that we considered in here as well is the Frosted Borealis hammers and the Celtic Royal Knight swords.
Yeah. CRKs are. So, well, why don't you talk about CRKs, Doggy?
So, CRKs are honestly really easy to build, really cheap to build, and honestly, they're really good in the very early game. They provide a lot for you. They give you a smash enhancement and the increased critical damage, meaning you don't need to worry about it. However, the amount of effort and the amount of cash you need to spend just to do the same output damage as a Divine Blade will require you to have both the blades to be at least at ERG 50S. And that's just too much to offer and too much cost efficiency. And at that point, you might as well be creating the Behalful Slayer for the piercing. And it doesn't even need an ERG at that point. It's just asking way too much for what it's worth at that point of the game.
It's an interesting build. If you want to have fun with the windmill build as a human, I believe it slightly works. But outside of like wanting to do it for fun, it's just not effective for a human to do it. I guess I can talk about the blunts. One-handed blunts, they're good. They're really good. The problem is they aren't as good as using Warlord. And the thing is, with the blunts, you really kind of have to compare it to Warlord because you're kind of spending Warlord prices on them because you need 2 ERG 50Ss for the dual blunts. And that's pretty expensive. Like, we're getting into Warlord territory with just that. Unless you're the person that bought that guy's blunts that I'm kind of sad I didn't have the gold for. Someone was selling dual one-handed blunts, ERG 50S, both of them for like 1 bill. I'm really sad I didn't have 1 bill then. But like, if you're not getting them for a super cheap cost, it's not worth it to ERG currently. They are adding a Nightbringer one-handed blunt in the future. And when they add that, you know, things could totally change with whatever they end up doing to it. It could become really strong. We don't know.
We don't know. I bring her buff soon.
Yeah, but Borealis hammers, they're good, but they're really expensive, and I would say you really don't get necessarily a return on them until really later on. It's really expensive. And you'll find a smoother transition in gear from using a two-handed sword over blunts. And you get a shield. Shields are nice. Or you get a cooking pot. And your cooking pots are nice, you know?
James not here anymore, so.
Huh?
No.
What's up?
Dream left us.
PP hands. I got kidnapped. I got offered a dress and then I got pulled to content.
I want a dress.
It was the new. Well, it was just the regular
Oh.
Jellyfish!
sea angel. Yeah, jellyfish.
Jellyfish
I
Dream.
need to dye it better though. Its dye palette's kind of weird.
Jellyfish Dream.
Jellyfish. Also, the dress part that's transparent, if you dye it black, it's not transparent. Or invisible.
Jellyfish Dream.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was pretty much our cost efficient when it came to those 3 main classes where you're going to be bringing from the pretty much like mid game to end game. Those classes will, and this ranking system will pretty much hold up to even to Dark Mage and Chemical Stinger. The biggest difference when it comes to any of them will be basically honestly, they pretty much should just stay exactly the same as they should be. I'm not gonna lie.
Yep. I think a lot of Koreans are using Fusion Bolt. Doggy and I have been considering Fusion Bolt with wands, but I think the conclusion that Doggy and I both came to is that Fusion Bolting on NA server, the ping is really bad, so you actually cast really slow. But the other thing to consider is Ruination Staff exists. So I believe we'll just either do more damage with Int Magic with Ruin Staff, or it's what Doggy believes, and that Fusion Bolt will be stronger with Ruin Staff over Nightbringer Wand. So that's something to consider for Dark Mage.
You guys should totally buy my
consider
wands.
The Seraphic, because it double procs the
Yeah,
Well,
so Seraphic
that's what they said.
with Fusion Bolt, it does have twice the chances to proc. But like, damage.
No, I thought what they said was it doesn't double proc.
It doesn't double
stacks.
proc. It has twice the chance to it procs. It has a chance to proc happen twice. So since it's a 5% chance to proc the Eternal Prayer effect, when you Fusion Bolt, what happens is you're actually casting 2 bolts at the same time, and it counts for 2 spells.
Wait, so it only counts as 200? Because those.
No, it counts as 100, but you have a 5% chance to hit it twice in a row.
Ah, okay.
You don't double proc anything like that.
Mm.
But like you have the proc chance happen twice, so you can attempt to proc it twice per bolt. It's just like how the combo cards works and skips multiple steps with Fusion Bolt. It's a weird thing.
Fusion
And then,
balls.
What else? Alchemical Stinger, yeah. So I guess we didn't talk too much about Reforges, but Alchemical Stinger, when that comes out, I believe what the Koreans are all saying is the Reforges you want on shoes is Fire Alchemy Enhancement or Water Alchemy Enhancement. I think they're saying that those two are the best. So get those, or if you can snatch it up on a Black Echo Stone for, I don't know, what did you buy it for, doggy? 20 mil?
20 mil!
Yeah? Okay, pick them up.
You guys should totally buy my Nightbringer wand. You should totally buy this guy's Max Scroll. Come on, we need creepy Haunted, please. We beg it.
Oh, I guess we can also talk about budget enchants.
No, we're not. Go away.
Oh, okay.
Oblivion.
Edgy.
It's not Oblivion, it's Amnesia.
Okay, yeah, Amnesia is now the new Oblivion.
Amnesia is like, I swear, it's like 2 mil. You can probably buy them, you can advertise probably buying Amnesias in bulk, and someone will sell them to you, I swear.
Right, we need to talk about this week's of update.
Oh, gotcha. Let's talk about enchants. Amnesia, it's super good.
Agreed.
Dexterity on Amnesia on like literally everything. Super good. Most budget of budget. Everything, any prefix gets compared to Amnesia in terms of cost effectiveness.
Amnesia.
Helmet, budget suffix helmet, dexterity.
Dexterity.
Two-handed weapons, Demi-Lich,
Gurgashi.
Gurgashi, yep.
Good gosh.
One-handed weapons, so like bow, it's what is it? Amnesia Lion Hunter, I think.
Yeah, it's
That
gonna
was
be Lion.
Broken Horn, or Broken Thorn, or whatever it is.
Broken
That
Thorn.
requires an enchant potion.
Yeah.
Prop potion. It's not worth it.
We
Thorn
will
Lotus
get
is what you
the
thought.
enchant changes though.
But like, I don't know if it's worth it right now. That update isn't
Yeah.
coming for a while either.
Yeah.
Body. Fortification.
Fortifications are really good.
Fortification's 5 max. I don't know what
guess
else you're putting on their
depends
budget.
what you're putting. Are you putting a heavy armor or light armor?
You can put it on
For a
both.
suffix? Yeah, you can put fortification on both for suffix.
No, but there's budget option for heavy. Like
the-
stabbing is really nice.
Stabbing is a
budget.
prefix, bud.
Huh? No, stabbing and daunting is like a good budget prefix. And
How much is
suffix.
daunting?
Daunting is worse than. Or
Than what?
I don't know. I guess daunting you could do daunting, but
Daunting?
if you are doing heavy armor, stabbing probably not it because you have to enchant potion it. Probably not it.
Daunting gives 7 to 15 max, rank 5.
It's a rank 5. Never mind. Daunting, terrible. What are you doing? These are budget options. If it requires an enchant prot potion, it's not budget. Enchant prots are like 16 mil each.
Dream!
Wait, there's 16 right now?
Yes,
sure are.
and they're selling.
Buy from the Dunbar people. They're selling for 7. Okay.
Woo!
So yeah, body, fortification cheap. What else? Gloves. Amnesia camo, Amnesia sandglass. Sandglass is really good. It gives you an extra charge of time shift.
Sandglass!
I think that's super nice.
Yep. Shoes. Amnesia camo.
Camo.
Accessories.
Or Viscount
Yeah,
if
actually,
it's the metal
The
shoes.
enchanted-
Yeah, or you could use Viscount, I guess.
8 max, yes.
Butterfly.
And it's 8 guaranteed. Butterfly's terrible. Don't
But-
use it.
Butterfly, you need to turn on Mana Shield.
Yeah, you have to have Mana Shield
Mhm.
enabled, which is in
Yeah.
effect all the time. So you essentially half the time you lose your max damage. Not good. Do not enchant Butterfly or anything. bad. Dream on an unenchanted. I know you have butterfly on your fighter shoes.
Oh no.
They came like that. I need to change them.
Yeah, and you can put camo on them for free.
Well,
Man.
let's turn it on
I
real
don't
quick,
put
and then I'll
budget.
turn it off
This
after
guy.
a spider combo.
No.
Putting budget.
Accessories: Amnesia, Wild Boar.
Wild boar.
Is Wild Boar even budget? Wild Boar, you can turn into Stuart on even. Never mind. I'm not going to talk about my money making guides.
What are you doing?
This is
You're
my
just
money.
gonna- I'm going to say, even and I give away our money making. What the heck?
Yeah, never mind. Shit. I'm trolling. Amnesia, Wild Boar. Yeah, Amnesia, Wild Boar. Or you could be like some of these other people, and you could be an edgy gamer accessory user.
Edgy gamer's kind of hard to get now.
Yeah, edgy's kind of hard. Sometimes you can find cheap gamers, burns. It's something to consider. Honestly,
Really hard to find.
the thing with accessories is if you're not getting haunted, you're pretty screwed for suffix. Is really screwed. Magic enchants. Yeah, I can't think of any that are budget. Maddening. No, Maddening's like 10 mil though.
Awaken Successor
I-
from Alvin?
Consider
Aren't-
aren't those like 10 mil?
staff if you want budget.
Well, I was thinking if you just get it from Alvin itself.
Yeah. And I don't know. I can't think of any real budget options.
Yeah, because a lot of the MA stuff is really expensive.
Yeah, MA stuff typically tends to be really expensive besides the glove ones.
Mm.
Oh, MA enchants. The weaving gloves. Sandglass. Extra time shift meteor, let's go.
Yeah.
Meteor means more dead.
Yep.
And then everything else,
Hang on.
maddening.
Yeah, don't get scammed by flying. Flying is 4 to 8.
So expensive.
Maddening is just 5.
Maddening.
Why are you doing a roll for like so much more? I don't know. If you're endgame, consider flying, but like maddening is good enough for most things.
Maddening.
Accessories, you might actually be able to get Chilling Terror for somewhat cheap. I don't know.
I saw a pair
I
for
think
like
they're like 10
10
mil a piece or something.
Really? That's disgusting. I feel like you could get Chilling Terror for like the enchants
like
for like
10
10 mil
mil
each,
Yeah.
and then you just have to suffer on the enchanting.
I think it's just been a while since we had that gotcha is all.
Yeah, we haven't had Chilling Terror in a while. I think there's also like a Royal Society one, like what is it called? Lunar Eclipse?
Necromancer. The alchemy one. The one Nos wants.
Nocturne?
Yeah.
That's a disgusting enchant. It's free though.
Free!
There are a lot of enchants that you can get, like really decent enchants that you can get from the Adventure Seal shop now, if you weren't aware.
It's today.
Is it today? I don't remember what's in there.
It's
I think
Thursday.
I know there's Resistance and Nocturne, but those are the only 2 enchants that I can think of that are really good in there.
Meteor.
Meteoroid isn't in there.
Is it not?
No. If
Oh.
it is, do you think Meteoroid would be 400 mil?
Yes. What are you saying? Have you seen this marketplace?
No, if Meteoroid was in there, everybody would be cousining it, and everybody would have Meteoroids.
No, they wouldn't.
Yeah, they would, because you can do it all in the same account.
No, you wouldn't.
Why
But
wouldn't
you couldn't bank trade the seals
You
anymore.
Yeah,
can't bank trade
you
them,
can't
but
bank
you
trade
can
them.
get all 10 characters on your account, their own adventure seals, right?
But like,
Oh my god.
you're not doing that.
Nothing does, Pillow. Doggy lies.
I am a liar. But I'm better than him.
Like an instrument?
Ooh. Should we talk about the gacha? I think that's everything I had on enchants.
Yeah, it's Creepy Haunteds! Yay!
Yeah, this gacha is such a scam besides the creepy haunteds. Here, do you want to put that
Spooky.
image I sent? And
Give me the jellyfish.
that had like the rate thing. Here,
Sure.
let me find where I put it. I don't remember where I put it in here. I'll just here it is. How do I reply to it?
I already got it.
Oh, okay.
I don't know why we can't even talk about it, to be honest, since it's literally just
Because-
the gacha itself. There's no updates
Because-
this week, people. Ladies and gentlemen, you can go home. How about here's
What
There you go, those are your rates.
Yeah, so it's an 11% or a 0.11% chance for anyone. If you just want any of them, yeah, that's your gacha pull statistics. If you want to get one coupon, I say if you're out there and you have a lot of money, please whale on this gacha and bring the price of creepy haunteds and eerie spookies down into oblivion. Doggy and I are down horrendous right now.
Please buy my junk. It's good
Yeah,
junk.
please buy our stuff. Wait, Fampy, DM me on Discord for this Echo Stone.
Palo, buy my wand. It's a good wand.
You either hit or miss. Yeah, it's 50-50. No.
There's no update today. Yeah.
Yeah. I hope everyone's going hard mode. Clears are going well. If they're trying.
Get those big drops.
Yeah. Buy my max attack scroll. Craft your armor so you can buy my max attack scroll and have something to put it on. If you're a human and you want to be best in slot, Ellie Knight, you need them.
Want to go for the wand? Yeah, I have a Tribolt wand that you can have. The divine Tribolt wand. That's let's see for Hungermel.
I pulled this off the auction house for this, Vampy. I can't believe this.
Thank you for everybody for joining. This is now episode something. Almost
Five.
almost as a final. But episode 5. Thank you for joining us.
How many episodes are in a season?
12.
12. Well, we're like a fucking anime, aren't we? Jesus.
You were halfway there.
Very good at
We're making it to
Our
halfway.
anime life.
The Juice Anime Life.
Yeah.
We're halfway there. Half a season special. Oh my god. Whoa.
Oh, that's the next time. Half a season special.
Half a season special.
It's the beach episode next week,
The
everybody.
beach episode. Oh my god. Alright, am I ready?
I don't know who's live.
That's a good
Let's
question.
go. Let's go look at Mabinogi streamers who are live.
Mama Niggy streamers.
Kim is live. Akatama is live. Those are the two options I'm giving you. Raid Kim.
Alright, I'm on it. To Kim it is.
Okay.
How do I do this again? / raid.
Raid.
Everyone's telling me to /
Raiding another juicer. This is the Juice podcast that we don't record and we don't upload anywhere.
It's true.
But you don't save any of this?
I sure don't.
Oh my gosh.
I hope you've been listening because we'll have a pop quiz next week. No, I'm just kidding.
Pop quiz.
Yeah. Wait,
Pop
give
quiz.
away something. You give
We're raiding.
Give away something. What? We think we're rich? No, we're broke as shit.
Buy
We
our
can't give
stuff.
away anything.
give away your stuff.
Goodbye, everybody.
If anything,
Ah!
people should be giving us stuff.
But goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye.
Bye bye.